Hey, we are here with Terra Invicta doing another side story, and David has kindly uh, acquiesced to join us today
Mhm.
to hang out and do some Dungeons and Dragons. And you may recognize his character if you looked at these side stories before. So, Damien Estrada currently has a vendetta to destroy the Crimson Fleet.
Mhm.
It was really funny. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, Seth and Alyssa, but this is a kind of a version of his old character from the time we did this adventure path. And in that one, he was like he had this like one assassin who killed his family, who he was like had revenge on the entire game, and he finally got his revenge like really late in the game.
Yeah.
Um, and it was this whole big thing where his daughter wasn't actually killed by him and actually taken to like a dark dimension that where time moved faster. And so she was like way older than she should have been. She had been training for years to kill him. It was like this whole big thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
um, but in this version, the first side story we did, which is actually the first thing we did ever in Terra Invicta, because we did a side story before we actually started the main campaign. Damien killed the assassin.
Yep. In one shot, I
One
think.
shot, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he literally one-shotted, was it
Jared's character.
Jared's
Yeah.
character, and then I one-shotted him.
Yeah.
It was really short. Yeah.
It was, yeah. You didn't actually one-shot him. You were very
Yeah, it was
close
just
to
really
it.
low.
And
You're
then
right. He jumped out.
he ran for a little while, but then he didn't really have
He got
any
shot,
chance.
right?
Yeah.
By a cannon or something.
Yeah, I think Josh Lang shot him with a cannon. Yeah, that sounds right.
So.
But anyway, so Damien needed to widen the scope of his revenge for this version of the character. And so he's decided to take down the entire Crimson Fleet. And to that end, he has kind of figured out that there is a retired Crimson Fleet captain who's kind of like off on some island somewhere, living in retirement. Damien has tracked down their location and who they are, and knows that if he can either get information from them or maybe just from their house or whatever, right, whatever documents they might have, he should be able to find out more about this legendary pirate city of Scuttle Cove and how he might be able to take it down in one way or another. And to that end, he has hired Atlas and Abeni, Beanie, however we decided to pronounce that name. And yeah, go get his revenge. And so the details we'll still have to kind of figure out as we start here, like what your like approach is to the situation. And you guys can feel free to ask me any questions. I don't know a whole lot of details myself about like the actual island, but we can kind of make them up together and figure out what the situation is. I just know the broad details. But I don't know, Damien, if you had any particular thoughts right away as to like the sort of approach that Damien would have, to this sort of thing. You're rogue, so it might be sneaking, but kind of up to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I actually don't even know if I'm good at sneaking. I don't know if I took that.
It's fair.
No, I'm not good at it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he does this thing socially, or he stabs them. Basically his only options. Yeah. So I mean, to that vein, I feel like he's probably just talking people up and like trying to get someone to say more than they ought to have. And then when that inevitably fails, he'll probably just stab somebody in a back alley. But
yeah, so did you like lie your way?
First.
Yeah, did you lie your way into like onto the island? Is that the idea that you're gonna?
If I don't have to roll, then yes, my deception's bad too, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine if you had like before we start the game proper, you had made some sort of preparatory plans, some like alibis or whatever for you and your two mercenaries to have some reason why you're visiting this island, like maybe you're performers or businessmen or whatever else, right? Kind of up to you. But I'm fine with that being the approach that we take here. Is like we see a ship like pull onto the dock of this lonely dock on this like private resort island that this guy bought for himself or whatever, right?
We're acrobats because that is my best skill.
There you go. Yeah. Everyone looks at the Minotaur.
Yeah, no, I stand on his head. That's the routine.
Well, you could just be a circus in general, right?
Yeah.
I am wait, what was it called again? Forge Domain Cleric. I can make things.
Yeah.
I have smith tools and I'm proficient with them.
Yeah, he makes the knives that I juggle.
I'm decent at telling lies.
Oh, good. Maybe you lied her way on.
I'm a cleric. What can I say?
What kind of tiefling are you? Can you mind control people?
No. Just
what kind of tiefling is that?
I would say I've never heard of that kind of a tiefling.
There's a tiefling that automatically gets friends and suggestion. I think is spells. I
got hellish rebuke and darkness.
Okay. Well, you can't really hellish rebuke a crowd. I was going to say you could like mind control somebody. That's always a good trick, but yeah, I don't think they'd appreciate being rebuked.
No, I could create a fog cloud and we can sneak in.
Yeah,
there you go. Sounds solid. Do you have any cool incantations or invocations that are like
I can read in any language?
Hey, that's a neat trick. Yeah,
and give myself temporary hit points. I can also blast somebody from like 300 feet away.
There you go. Hey, we'll do the knife throwing routine, but because you have temporary HP, I'll actually hit you with the knife and you won't hurt you. That's a cool trick.
There you go.
I can meld into stone.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'd pay to see that. That's cool.
Well, David, you'd pay to see that because you don't live in a Dungeons and Dragons world. But
yeah, but I mean, these are like
I know. But the
pirates,
thing is, yeah, exactly. This is like a retired captain who's probably seen some stuff. But either way, you can.
I'm just stabbing him, right?
Right, that's fair. You could have talked up your prowess with all these things for sure. Cool.
We gotta establish our cover.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I think we just see like whatever ship you hired to take you here, right? Pull up to this lonely dock, and there is probably a some sort of like chamberlain or butler or whatever, right? Walking up with a couple of servants with like whatever the medieval version of a clipboard might be in this situation, right? Like having his journal, his little notebook, making sure everything's in order, like reviewing the details of this whole situation. And the internet is causing us to drop lots of frames, so I'm monitoring that to make sure, because if it starts dropping enough, I'll just end the stream and we'll just local record it and then post it later. But okay, I think it's stabilized for now. Yeah, so this chamberlain, he's probably a let's say for humor's sake, this is an orc. Right, big orc in like a finely it's an orc in a finely tailored gentleman's suit, basically. Right, like a butler's outfit or whatever, right? Coattails and whatnot, walking up to the dock. And yeah, exactly. And he has a couple of probably let's say goblins that are like behind him, little jungle goblins that are like his servants, and one of them is carrying like a I think one of them is they're carrying two different silver platters, right? And like the top is still on, so you don't know what's in them. But I assume the three of you walk down the gangplank and enter, kind of walk onto the dock. Who do we see first?
I mean, if I hired them, I suppose I'll come off first. So, because I guess I'm technically in charge in that way. Yeah. So, I mean,
you probably also look a lot less domineering than a minotaur in chainmail.
Yeah. Fair.
That's right. I'm bad at stealth. I'm in heavy armor.
It's cool. I'm the rogue and I'm bad at stealth, so this was not going to go well anyways. Yeah, so he steps out. He's still wearing probably the same thing we saw him in last time. He just has like leather armor, I guess. Technically, it's what he wears. But he has nice. No, I have traveler's clothes. I don't know if I actually have any nice clothes according to my character sheet.
Do you have any gold on your character sheet?
Yeah, I do. I have 231 of gold.
You could have spent some gold.
Okay, I'll spend 10 gold and have nice clothes.
There you go.
I'll have nice clothes. Nice clothes. Actually, I'm not wearing those though. I'm wearing my circus disguise.
Yes.
Which I don't know how much that costs. I'll say.
If nice clothes cost 10, circus clothes are probably pretty cheap.
Yeah, I'll just do one. Is that cool with you? I don't know if they'd even cost a gold, probably, but yeah. All right. I guess about circus. Anyways, yeah. So I look like if a circus performer in lots of colors also for some reason wanted to sword fight somebody, because I've got 2 rapiers and leather armor over my like multicolored acrobatic outfit.
Yeah.
And I just look around and sort of take in the dock, the bay. No, the dock. That was the right word. That one.
Yeah. Sure.
Can I see anything? Does anything happen?
You walk on and like the butler or the orc butler is just like waiting, right?
Okay.
For you guys to exit, and he gives you like a nod, and but I assumed that the other 2 are probably like close behind you, so I figured we described them before.
Yeah. So I start walking down and I turn, I nod back to him and then turn sort of to see if they're coming with me.
Yeah. So yeah, who exits next?
I mean, I'd probably take the back just because I'm the.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know.
So Abene, she is a purple tiefling, because she embodies the cold and fire within her, because she's resistant to both fire and cold damage.
Nice.
Fun fact.
Hey, she's Todoroki.
Huh? She's Todoroki from My Hero.
The fire ice guy.
I've never seen.
Wow.
Well, I mean, he has half fire, half ice.
I know. Hey, you have only seen one episode of Sailor Moon, okay? Don't you talk.
I know. Yeah. One of these is objectively better than the other, but
I wasn't going to say anything, but
I honestly don't know because I haven't seen it, so I can't say that. I know. I was just
one is a classic, one is not.
One will be a classic. It's not a classic. It can't be a classic if it's still coming out. Alyssa.
One is an instant
that,
classic,
Caleb.
and one is.
All I can say is that if my junior high kids don't know nothing about it, which they don't, it's not going to be a classic.
Have you asked them? I'd be surprised.
Yeah, no, they talk about anime all the time, and they never mention My Hero Academia.
Really?
So
That's wild. That's like the most popular anime right now. So.
Yeah, that's actually shocking. No. Anyways, different game.
Anyways, but they do know Sailor Moon because it's a classic. Okay. Anyways,
you guys.
She is very weak in stature, but still, stands tall and proud, and kind of has like a sheepish, smile on her face, but she's like, okay, all right, cool. Glad to be here.
This is fine. Yeah. Cool. And then we see Atlas.
Well, speaking of sheepish, we got a big fluffy boy coming in the back. He looks, he's a Minotaur. I mean, the funny thing is he's still medium. Like not large, just medium.
Right. He's the very edge of very top edge of medium.
That kills me. It's like, yes, you are a 6 or like a 4-foot dwarf and you are medium, and then they're like, you're a 12-foot minotaur and you are medium. And I'm like, I think you missed something in there.
I don't think they're 12 feet. I think they're like 7-8 feet typically.
Yeah, he's a big fluffy boy. Carrying probably has a mace on his side, big chainmail all over him. Looks like it probably gets tangled in with his fur, but doesn't seem to mind too much. Or maybe he has something underneath it to keep that from happening. Maybe that's what he has. Yeah, he has like something underneath. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But then so he has like a cloth underneath and then chainmail over it so it doesn't get tangled in his fur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds awful.
He looks very peaceful for being a big fluffy boy. I almost said something else.
But then also you're wearing like a random jester hat or something, right? Because you have part of the circus.
Yeah, there's a jester hat like hanging off of one of his horns.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I'm just imagining emo Santa now, right? With the like
right so Krampus.
I put that away already.
Yeah, well, it's a character that Seth does on his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Very long Santa hat that goes like over his face.
Oh, okay.
So I'm imagining now. Every year, Seth, I mean to write a letter to emo Santa, and then I just never do.
Yeah, well, you get ignored then. And Santa doesn't answer your letters if you don't.
But yeah, the orc butler just says, and they raises me one eyebrow at the Minotaur, but then turns back to you, Damien, and then says, welcome to the Master's domain.
He owns the whole island, right? This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Pleasure to be here. Who are you? I'm Damien.
My name is Gurig.
Nice to meet you.
I am the master's butler.
Oh.
And then he gestures to one of the goblins, and they rush forward and hold up the silver platter, and he takes the top off, and there's steaming towels on there, wet towels, and he's like, "Would you care for a steamed towel?"
Yeah. What? Sorry.
Yeah. Atlas just goes like,
I'm good.
Are you sure? And I take one.
Towels don't do much for me unless I'm wet.
Well, see, the point of these is to relax the body. The hot water.
And then I will take one and then put it around her
muscles.
neck.
Yeah.
How do you, a Benny? Sorry.
A Benny, I guess.
A Benny. Okay.
I don't know. Whatever.
Let's
tomato.
Yeah, let's canonize it a Benny. I think
a Benny I can remember because
a Benny
sounds like something else that I know. So, all right. Cool. Yes, we are the Four Horns of Peril. We're an acrobat group for obvious reasons. Four horns. I have none. I gesture to the people who do have horns.
Right. Amazing.
And it's very much like I had to think about it, but he came up with it on the spot. And we're here to entertain and stuff.
Yes, quite. I do have that on my manifest for the day, so I would be surprised if you had said something different than that.
Yes, does that make sense? So is there somewhere to stay, somewhere to put our things?
Yes, of course. Come with me. And he turns and real quick, actually, Damon, would you mind making a charisma save for me just to see how your first impression actually went here? Right. Failure would indicate that as we see the orc butler, and so you succeeded. So we see the orc butler turn, and if you had failed, we would have seen a darkening of his face, and he turns away from you. But
these guys are sketch.
Yeah. But for now, he just he seems placid and
So wait, I'm sorry. So we're on this private island. This is where the Crimson Fleet is.
So this is where a retired captain who used to work for the Crimson Fleet bought an island for himself and now lives here.
Okay.
So
got it. So our goal is to get insider information.
Yes, basically either capture or torture or loot this, the master or his domain to find out some information about Scuttle Cove. Yeah. But yeah, so he turns and gestures for you all to follow him, and the goblins scurry after him. And as you're walking, he points to the other goblin and snaps his finger, and the goblin lifts his tray up and he pulls the top off and he says, "May I interest you in some hors d'oeuvres?" And it's little confectionery, sort of charcuterie board sort of things.
Yeah, I take one and I look at the others and I'm like, I think I could get used to this, and then I pop it in my mouth.
Benny's I'll say.
Atlas isn't turning down food.
Yeah.
Although he probably has to what do Minotaur hands look like? He might fumble a little bit as he's trying to grab one.
Do you just put it like this and then just slide 3 of them off onto your hand?
Probably what I do is I go and then I'll do
you squish the first one entirely. And, yeah.
It's fair. Momo Appa has 4 stomachs. Right.
Okay, Minotaurs have big fingers.
I mean, they have hooves, I assume, but I guess not because they hold things. So
they have hooves on their feet.
Yeah. Fair. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, so you guys make it, and so paradise, tropical jungle island. Tropical parrots are squawking in one of the trees, and you're walking down this dock and going up it's just a stone dock. And it goes. You go up some stone, a stone staircase that has multiple landings and keeps going up to this big old manor house. Up on the top of a hill. And there's a extensive garden all the way around the place. And you see various servants of mostly monstrous races, lots of tieflings, some goblins, some orcs. But it's probably clear to all of you that these are slaves.
Yeah.
And even when you look closely at the orc butler and the goblins that are in front of you too, you can see little slave collars and things, right? So
okay.
Oh, so we're freeing them.
No.
I mean, if we kill the person who's enslaving them, they're kind of de facto freed, right?
Yeah.
Does this guy have keys on him? Now, you told me he has a slave collar, so now I'm guessing not. But he's a butler. I wonder if he has. I wonder if he has like
you know
a
what?
master
Let's
key or
say
something.
that the orc doesn't have a slave collar on, but all the other ones you've seen so far do. So whether or not he is a slave, he's at least like a more favored slave. And yeah, I suppose he probably has like a set of master keys hanging from his belt loop or whatever. Yeah, makes sense.
I wish I was good at sleight of hand. Not a very good rogue.
I was about to say you're a rogue without sleight of hand.
He's a swashbuckler.
Yeah, I built this character assuming I would do 0 roguering and lots of stabbing. So,
well, I will. If I have,
don't die, Seth.
I have decent insight, so I can see like you, or perception, so I can see you looking at it. I'll put a hand on your shoulder and cast guidance to help you with this.
Thank you.
I knew that would be a good idea to have.
Yep, that's a useful spell.
So that's an extra D4 you got there.
Awesome. Yeah, so I as we're walking, I put my one hand on the orc's shoulder and I'm like, this is you say he was wearing like really fancy clothes.
Yeah, he's
right?
like literally has like a butler outfit on.
Yeah. I said, this is lovely tailoring. And then I'm gonna try and lift the keys.
Sure. Oh
my goodness.
Oh my gosh, you can still get it. Yeah. He rolled really high for his perception.
You need either the
no.
That's amazing.
Barely. Wow, that was great.
25 to 23. Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess your compliment kind of throws him off guard.
So I see him start to look, and I'm like, "Who did the work?" And I like grab like the lapel or whatever, like and look at it, like forces attention on the.
He puffs out his chest a little bit, and he says, "Oh, the master keeps a tailor on staff for just these sorts of occasions."
Does he do foreigners? Will he buy me one or tailor me one?
I suppose you could ask the master, and we could arrange something. It depends on how well received your act is.
Yeah. I have a very high acrobatic skill. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah. Well, cool.
I know. I looked at your character sheet.
Well, that's not good because then you know I'm a rogue. No one trusts rogues.
Yeah, so he stabs you.
Yeah. I have true sight. I see your class.
He takes out a giant great sword from nowhere, and
it's just a shard blade. It just shows up. All right, cool. Yeah, I have the keys. So
so Damien like stuffs the keys away into a pocket somewhere, and then continues on. And you guys walk up the stairs, and the two goblins like set their trays down on like a little table that's in front, that's near the entrance of the place. And I think the style of the door here is like a Japanese like sliding door sort of situation. And so it honestly seems like the whole place is like a mishmash of a bunch of different like weird styles, probably because this guy like sailed all over the place and he's like, I like this from this place, I like this from that place. And he like had someone like custom making the house with all of the things he liked.
He's England.
Yes. Okay. We'll say for canon's sake, this guy's British.
Great. You do a British accent?
Of course.
Excellent.
And so the goblins like rush to open the sliding doors and let you guys in, and the orc butler like waves you guys forward and kind of takes up the rear at this point, and he kind of like ushers you, prods you forward to like a little waiting room, and it has like a couple of chairs and like a pianoforte, a kind of a table in the middle that has like a couple of drinks and some glasses, and other like food and appetizer sort of things. And he kind of bows to you and says, "My master will be with you shortly. Please make yourselves at home." And then he heads out with his goblin, with the goblins at his heels.
Oh, that went better than I expected. And I like tap my pocket with the keys. And I look at Atlas and I say, "Appreciate the help." I assume that I can tell I've been blessed, right?
Mm-hmm. It's not blessed, it's guidance, but
Oh, right, sorry. Tell that I've been guided.
It seemed you needed it.
Yeah, he was a bit more on his toes than I expected. Anyways, I mean, I suppose we could just go try and steal something, but that would be very much fun. Maybe we should get an idea of the layout. Say
that sounds like a good idea.
Some scouting.
Sure.
Seems good to me.
Excellent. All right. Well, I mean, do we want to split up and cover more ground, or are we assuming that we'll instantly be killed if we split up? What's the plan?
Splitting up sounds like a great idea to me.
It's best we stay together.
That's fair. All right. Is this a big island or like this area? Is it a big place?
I mean, it's big enough. It's not like a tiny little dinky place. I'm trying to find a good manor map. If you guys are actually gonna go poke around.
Back.
I'm just glancing this. So you're just gonna all go together and walk around the place?
Sounds like it, yeah.
Sounds good. So in theory, you're supposed to stay in this room. So there's definitely going to be like a roll of some sort here to.
I mean, he said make themselves at home. I feel
yeah, make yourselves at home in the room that he just closed the door to and locked you in.
Yeah,
right?
he didn't say that. Possible deniability.
Okay. So I suppose let's make a stealth roll first, and then you can make a perception roll or an investigation or whatever to scope out the place.
Make a persuasion roll instead.
You cannot persuade reality to.
I mean, if anybody stops me, I'll just be like, he told me to make myself at home.
Sure, you can not try not to stealth at all, and then just be caught immediately. That is.
Well, I would like to try and talk my way out of it, and then if we get caught, then I'll stealth.
Well, so the thing is, like, you can like exit the room and walk down a corridor without being stopped, right? Like the butler went off to another place and to do some stuff. So you can just, I guess, make an investigation if you're not trying to sneak. You'll just be found quickly.
Works for me. How good is your deception skill?
6.
Yeah, that's what we do. Okay. Who's got the best investigation?
I have a +4.
I have a 1.
And I have a 3, so it sounds like you're doing it.
Wow, how am I better at some things? Wow, look at me.
I can guidance you if we're doing. What are we doing? Sorry.
We are, I think, looking.
Snooping.
We're just getting a lay of the land, right?
The technical term
around,
is
okay.
snooping.
Okay.
So an investigation check, that's what I'm rolling?
Yep.
We're just getting a feeling for our audience.
And you can have an advantage because Damien and Atlas are helping you.
Okay.
And then guidance, I guess, from Alice.
Sweet.
+4.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your.
This is cracked.
Plus D4, not plus just 4.
Okay, 26.
Nice.
26.
Dude.
We broke 25, guys.
And I got to break 30.
Yeah, the next one's got to be 27.
I don't even think that's possible.
No.
Not with your.
I could do it with an acrobatics roll, but I'd have to get a 20.
Okay, so. Yeah. The question would be, what is your intent? What are you actually trying to look for?
I suppose we're probably trying to look for like specifically like entrances and exits and like where like his like main quarters are in this on this island. Right?
Okay. Yeah, just
see
get
if we can like
of the whole place, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're in like the actual palace, is that right?
Yeah, you're in like the big manor house, yeah, on the top of the hill. Yeah, so it looks like I have a bunch of like individual section maps for a cool manor that I won't put together. Try to like put together in some consistent thing, but we can pop any of one of them on if we need to go to that room. So there's I'm just gonna read off the different categories of rooms that this map folder that I have has. So there's like a big balcony, there's a ballroom, there's obviously his bedroom and some guest bedrooms. There is a little chapel off to the side of the house with a little graveyard, it looks like. You're not sure who's buried in it exactly, but there are enough headstones.
Who's the temple to?
That's a good question. It's probably framed as like I don't know, like a Catholic it'd be like an Anglican. Like
so it's
chapel.
Dragonborn Jesus.
Yeah, it's Dragonborn Jesus, but knowing what you know about this guy, he's probably not very devout. Who knows? I mean, Damien, you have your suspicions that it's secretly a temple to a demon. Because likely.
Right, yeah.
There's a big dining hall. There's a garden. There's a gazebo in that garden. There's a greenhouse. There's a bunch of guest rooms. Lots of hallways. There's a hedge maze.
Nice. Perfect. I love hedge mazes.
Of course.
I'm a minotaur. I go like,
oh, sick. This is sweet. You said make yourself at home. I'm making myself home.
Atlas just wanders into the maze, never to be seen from again.
You're distant screaming.
Yeah, a goblin went in there too to trim the hedges, and Atlas just gets him. There's a kitchen, there's a library, there's a meeting room, which you have a hard time actually getting close to. It sounds like he's in there right now meeting with someone.
Perfect. That means he's not in his bedroom.
There's an office.
Can we listen into what he's
saying? There's multiple levels.
There's
storerooms. No, I don't think you can get close enough. You know that you're going to be caught immediately if you try to do that.
And we didn't bother studying. So
exactly. So
yeah.
And basically, once you get a layout of this and you kind of know what the exits are, you know like the general things that are in the manor. That's when the butler finds you, being led by a goblin who saw you like wandering around, and so Gurig basically says, "Excuse me, were you lost?"
No, not at all. This is a lovely place you have. Thank you for asking.
He frowns.
You said make yourself at home, so we were looking around.
He did say that, yes. Very, very kind of you.
May not have been as specific as I should have been.
I love your hedge maze.
He likes them because he's too tall. He can just cheat.
I don't know what it is about Atlas with his deep voice being excited about the hedge maze so much.
It's just like I just imagine he's got this stupid grin on his face with the hedge maze.
I love it. I love it so much. That's awesome. Yeah, so he shakes his head. He says, "If you would please wait in the waiting room, the master will be with you shortly. He can't find you if he doesn't know where you are."
Well, you don't understand. Here's the thing. If I'm going to perform for somebody, I have to get to know them. And I wasn't let anywhere near his meeting room, so I couldn't talk to him. So obviously I have to I have to explore the space he's in. I have to exist where he exists. And then I'll understand him. Then I'll know the kinds of things he's interested in.
Make a persuasion check for me. Let's just see how well that comes across. Yeah, 18's not bad. He's just a butler. I think he's fine.
Yeah.
He looks at you suspiciously.
I'm an artiste.
He looks at you suspiciously. But he kind of, okay, all right. I don't want to offend you. And then he says,
since I noticed all of his wonderful knife collections, I have a trick that I think he will appreciate.
Yeah, he nods slowly and he says, "Well, the master just finished his meeting, so I can bring you there if you must. If you want to get to know the man, maybe examining his study while you talk can do the trick for you."
Could I roll? Could I roll? Given we kind of walked around, get an insight to get an idea of what this guy is actually like.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Would that be insight?
Insight. Yeah, that makes sense.
22.
Nice.
With a 22, I mean, yeah, he's a rich jerk who has a bunch of monstrous slaves, right? That he's like taken from who knows where, all these sorts of places. He has a bunch of like tieflings and goblins and orcs and whatever, right? And yeah, who knows? Maybe some of them were attacking him at the time and he captured them. And okay, maybe it's not as bad as actually like engaging in the Atlantic slave trade. But still, he's just not a generally nice. He just seems like up on himself. That's his main thing. Like just really arrogant. Everything about the manor is built to impress potential guests to an extent that's actually sort of ridiculous. Like the amount of money he's actually spent on this place must be absurd.
Yeah, that's
because yeah, as I mentioned, right, like he has like each room is almost like a different style from a different place and has all sorts of like trophies and curios from all of his days as a pirate, and it's pretty extensive. So yeah, arrogant rich dude is definitely the vibe you have. Who looks down on anyone who's not as rich as he is. So I don't know if you have any other questions besides that, but cool. Yeah, so you guys are led into his study.
Oh, actually, is there any anything particular he seems to be especially proud of? Sorry, I was reading something.
Especially proud of. I don't think you've seen it yet. If he does, right? Like it'd probably be in like his study or his bedroom or something, which you haven't actually like looked in. He does definitely seem to like his exotic curios, right? He has like, a kraken tentacle and like framed in one place and a minotaur head framed in another place and who knows what else. All right, let me grab.
Well, there goes my idea of how he could impress.
Because now Atlas doesn't care.
Well, no, because if he likes a lot of expensive stuff, I have a channel divinity artisan's blessing where I can make something with an hour-long ritual.
Oh, cool.
But one, that would be pretty long and boring. And two, 100, it can only make something up to 100 GP, and it sounds like that would not.
How much is a minotaur head worth? Could you make a minotaur head?
It has to be from the equipment page. A metal object from the equipment.
Just to make a cast of a minute. I don't know. From the equipment page. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably. I mean, you can make expensive wine. That would be a pretty expensive wine. It just has to be in a metal.
Be a metal wine.
It just has to be in a metal bottle, right? Anyways, cool. I mean, you can just make something, and we can just tell him it's from somewhere. It doesn't
have to be metal. It just says the thing you create can be something that is worth no more than 100 GP. As part of the ritual, you must lay out metal, which can include coins, the value equal to the creation.
Oh, yeah.
Irretrievably coalesces and transforms into the creation at the ritual's end, magically forming even non-metal parts of the creation.
So it costs metal, but it doesn't have to be metal. Just make anything, and we'll just say it's from somewhere important.
I mean, we could say I did that.
Yeah, you could definitely lie to him. That is an option.
Yeah, just imitate something from, whatever cool place you live, and we'll just tell him it's an artifact of your people or something. Ow.
Well, we told him we're performers. The idea was to do it as a
Oh, yeah, but I mean, one of your tricks can be mind reading. You can create something that he knows, he wants. I don't know.
An hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes an hour. But yeah, you guys get led into the office,
a long
and
palm reading.
Blonde Englishman in a kind of well-tailored, I guess it's 1650, so I'm honestly not sure what the attire
Style
is in 1650 for like Englishmen. I'm imagining Revolutionary War kind of get up, which I'm sure is some older version of that is probably fine to assume. But I guess you guys head in and he sorry, I'm just getting this map ready real quick. Seems too.
I mean, there's one magic trick I could commit, and it's banishment.
I was gonna say I could do the same thing.
You can?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, we could just banish him for a minute, look around really fast, and leave.
No, banish him for 2 minutes.
Well, if he's the only person in the room, we can do that, yeah.
Because I do it, then she does it.
Right. But I thought the butler was with us, so I figured we'd have to banish both of them.
I could just take him out.
The butler didn't do anything. Well, I mean, maybe he did. I don't know. He doesn't have a collar on.
He's complicit.
Yeah, it's probably safe to assume he's not a nice guy either.
All right.
And if you eat metal, you just set him on fire.
Sorry.
Yes, I suppose you could set him on fire. Okay, cool. Sorry, just getting this map ready. Boom. So, let's see. It's probably the big room over here. Wow, that's way too big of a token. Oh, I'm still in the map layer.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, you might have to reveal something.
Yeah.
Unless there's just no lights on in here.
So it should be in daylight mode.
I also got a notification about...
It might just be that you guys just didn't have tokens in there. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
I just had to put your tokens on the map. So I'm not... I don't really have a token for this dude. So...
The same token for Avner, so we can take it out on him.
Let's just go ahead and use this one for now. That's... Okay, yeah, I guess we're using that one.
Evil. Incarnate. 2 blue dots.
I try it. That's not what should have come up on.
It's weird.
What? Oh man, did something break?
He's multiplying and turning invisible. There you go.
That's so weird. Okay, I guess this one works. Whatever.
Keanu Reeves?
I don't think he's played by Keanu Reeves, but whatever.
Oh.
Lame. Then I don't want it.
Do you want him to be played by Keanu Reeves?
Our job is to kill him.
If this was Burning Wheel, then yes, I would.
Sure. Let's say he looks like. Let's say he looks like Keanu Reeves.
I don't want to fight John Wick.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have a gun in this one, so he'll be okay. Well, I mean, he doesn't.
Shows you the guns exist in this setting.
That's true.
So yeah, I think he is over.
For those
on
olden
his...
times, it'd be Jonathan Wickham.
Jonathan Wickham, of course. You know what? I'm trying to decide how silly I want this one shot to be.
I mean,
Jonathan Wickham is a great name, though. Actually,
it has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. This is Jonathan Wickham.
I don't want to kill him anymore.
Boogieeth man.
Yeah, so he is at his like desk on the far end of the room, right? Jonathan Wickham. Let's see.
I assume that the butler sticks around, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. He's probably like in the corner over here. Let me grab an orc token for him. But yeah, so you guys are. What the? Why are these tokens actually coming out on the map like they should? There we go.
Oh, he big.
He's swole.
Yeah.
I think he actually is. Like he's wearing a butler suit, but he is definitely swole.
It's like open because it's too small for him. Right. Wait, no, never mind. It's tighted well. Never mind. I lied.
Okay, so Master Wickham is at
every time. Never not gonna laugh.
I don't think
See, but when I think of Wickham, I think Pride and Prejudice, and that just makes him makes me not like him.
That's even better.
You should not like. You should not like him. Yep. Yeah. Did you just roll initiative already, David?
Yeah. As soon as you put us on the map, I rolled it. Yeah.
Okay. He brings up a hand and he says, yes. Hello, you are the Four Horns, yes?
That's the man himself, I see. Pleasure to meet you. Love the place. Can I look around and see if anything's cool?
Sure, yeah. Make an investigation check.
Cool. Oh, not perception? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I guess perception. You're probably not actually poking anything. Yeah. You're just glancing.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, with a 14, I mean, it's an office, so I'm sure there's interesting stuff in here. You just don't know what particularly is interesting.
Can I roll perception?
Sure, yep.
I guess I should have just helped you, probably. Yeah, I should have just helped you.
Yeah, so I think like what it is Damien is like taking the guy's attention and like talking to him, and he can't really take attention to take focus to glance around, but Atlas is taking stock of the room. So a couple things you notice. This is obviously his like desk over here, but you also notice this is probably the butler's desk, right, where he like organizes the household and stuff. And you also notice that Wickham he's trying to play it off, but he seems a little frazzled by whatever meeting he just had. But yeah, that's what Atlas notices. Yeah, so you guys kind of walk in.
Yeah, I step over and take a seat. Yeah.
Cool.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've heard a lot about you and your tailor.
Yes, only the finest for Guruk. And you all, I didn't expect a troupe of performers to seem so well put together. I commend you on your tailor.
Well, thank you.
Whoever they might be.
It's a hard world out there to find nice clothes, but you do what you can.
It certainly is. I forgot this guy's British.
Yeah.
It certainly is.
Well, I take that as a compliment because we just got back off of the seas and,
That's true.
It's kind of a rough wind out there.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, so the thing is, I used to be on the sea myself, and I understand that it is impossible, especially to keep your hair well groomed while at sea, even though I tried. Heaven knows I tried.
I just gave up after a while.
He kind of ignores that, and everyone in the room can kind of
tell that he's doesn't look at him or
he just kind of like, ooh, Minotaur, I don't want to look at you. Yeah, rude. Yeah, I guess it's not like disgust as so much as or sorry, it's not what am I trying to say? It's not disgust so much as it is like
ignoring me.
No, he's looking down on you. I don't know what the word I was looking for exactly.
I get you.
Yeah. He's being racist. Let's put it that way.
He's a butthole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I've always found it works best to have a servant that has the what's the name of that cantrip? The prestidigitation cantrip. He just sort of fixes it for you. It's very convenient.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that's true. It seems to me to be cheating, though.
I suppose, but when you're out at sea, if you want your hair to look nice, you got to cheat, right?
He seems to take offense at that. And he's like, he kind of leans in and he says, I once scoured the 7 seas looking for the right brand of hair product. And I will not be... Cheating is cheating, my friend.
Can I ask how magic is cheating exactly?
Well, magic is cheating because not everyone has magic.
Well, and whose fault is that?
I don't know. God, I suppose.
Oh.
I think what she means is that you could always, a great person can always just... Well, there is that.
I didn't actually say it.
Yeah, I know. Is it really lesser if you, as a person of great success, hire someone who does have that talent? Isn't that just, what's the word? When you give job to someone beneath you to do instead? Yes, isn't that just delegation? Good management.
Make a persuasion check. I'm curious if you could actually convince him of this, because this will depend on whether or not he has a favor, if he's favorable towards. Oh no, crit fail. So he slams his hand on the table and he says, absolutely not. I will not hear another word in this household. Magic is cheating.
That's right. I understand. No magic in our thing then, I understand.
Well, that is good because I would have you beheaded on the spot.
Atlas is now looking down on him because 1, he thinks magic is cheating, and 2, he cares about his hair.
Hey, just had a whole conversation with him about that.
Say, my whole act is with magic, so
yeah.
That's all I have to that, and hitting people with a mace. It's not an act. That's just like
So he just seems really ticked now, and he just says, he just waves at waves dismissively at you, and he just says, do your act now. I need to judge you immediately, and if you do not live up to expectations, you will be escorted off the island at once.
Part of me just wants to cast banishment right now and just like raid his office.
Get out of here.
Like seriously, like I really hate this guy.
Yeah.
I hate him too.
Certainly.
I don't know. Like, why wouldn't I do that?
Well, let's get a surprise.
I don't know. There's maybe like a manor full of bodyguards and people that would attack you.
See, we cast banishment on him and banishment on the orc
butler.
And then we
but they come back after a minute. So like,
we got
because the boat that we took, I'm assuming, isn't our boat. It's like a.
Oh
no! Yeah, exactly. You hired a boat to get here.
That's a good point. I thought,
and it's technically sticking around. Like it hasn't left or anything, but.
Are there windows in this particular portion of whatever this is? This empty room here.
Yeah. Let's say it's just like a little
like a sunroom or what? Is
yeah,
this?
That's what I think it is. I think it's like a sunroom.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. I say excellent. Well, I believe I have some tricks that do not involve magic that you will enjoy. So yeah, I don't have anything to throw knives at.
Well, you have him. He's standing right there.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like, I
Very
have to have
true.
a backboard. Throwing knives at him is my plan. I just have to get there first.
You have to make it look like an accident.
I mean, you could literally try throwing knives at the door behind him.
Yeah,
except you would be damaging his nice door, I suppose.
Right, yeah. So I say, this is a knife throwing trick. I don't have my board with me. Do you have something you'd like me to throw
that
knives
seems
at?
your problem and not mine.
Well, no, would you like if I put... Would you mind terribly if I used your door as a target, is my question to you.
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't mind. Excellent.
No.
All right. And then I say, I look at Abani and I'm like, Abani, I say, Abani, if you would, and I like gesture to the door.
Yes, and I will cast false life on myself to give myself 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he frowns and he says, what's going on?
Oh, I can just cast it at will. I don't have to use any. It's part of my invocations. I don't think it...
Does it have like components at all?
Without casting a spell slot or material components.
Material components. Does the spell have any other components?
Let's see.
Yeah. Because that would be the trick, is if it's verbal or somatic.
False life. It does have verbal and somatic components.
Yeah, so
what are the verbal components? Because we can just lie.
It's you can make a roll, but it does seem obvious that you're casting a spell unless you like.
Can I make like a deception check to pretend like I'm like gonna go up and like.
So it's like part of your weird, like
part of like the weird
self ritual. Yeah.
I turn like it's Olympic. She does it to psych herself. I am throwing knives at her.
Exactly.
Right, or would that be would that be performance or deception?
I think probably performance. Actually, yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay.
And I've helped her with my sort of lie.
You can make a deception check to
do the help.
Or are you training deception? Or I guess you can. Well. Yeah, so typically in our house rules, I don't know if this is how it actually works. You can help someone.
Can just do the help action normally, but yes, it is kind of abusable.
Exactly. In our rules, you can help someone if you have training in the skill, or if 2 untrained people are helping, they can also grant advantage.
Oh, okay. I don't have training in deception. I have a +2, but I don't have training.
Okay. I'll just roll it.
So I think you're just rolling.
13.
Okay. 13 is not bad. I suppose I'll just roll for him. He'll probably make a. I'm trying to decide if it's like
insight
or
passive insight is usually used to like if they're not actively trying to do your lie, right? I mean, because you can roll insight actively, but I think isn't
right.
They're both wisdom, right?
They are, yeah. Yes, I think you do it. I think you're fine. Yeah, you're good. So. He does say that, though. He's just like, what? And then you said, she does that to psych herself up.
I am throwing knives at her, sir.
And then I go up to the door and I like put myself in like a position,
Yeah.
Like this.
Yep.
And I'm just standing in the back, just waiting.
Yeah, he's like.
Because I'm like.
I mean, he obviously steps out of the way, right? Like, Mr. Wickham, he like steps away so he's not in the range of the or the path of the daggers.
Well, so wait, I go right here, right? Yeah, there.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, because you said the door, right?
No, the door behind him.
Or well, no, I did mean this door.
Okay,
I didn't think he let me throw knives at him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, you asked about the sunroom before, so I was thinking.
No, yeah, I wanted to get away that way.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a sunroom, so yeah, you could like break through the window if you want.
That was what I was hoping. Yeah. Can I have bought some knives? Only
sure.
2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. I don't know how many they cost or how much they cost. 10 gold enough for like 3 knives. Is that okay with you?
I'm sure that's plenty. I don't think they cost very much. Single daggers.
Okay.
Daggers cost 2 GP.
So you can buy 5 for 10 gold.
Okay, so how is this going to work? Because your goal is to hit the door and not me. So are you?
That's why
rolling?
I need more knives. The end of the act, the cool part is that I hit you and you don't take damage. That's the cool part of the act at the end. So, okay, basically what I want to do is I want to throw like they usually do, where I like miss. And then the last one I have blunted and I want to throw like at the middle of her, like at her chest. And then I assume whatever spectral thing you have will catch it. And that's the cool part. Or well, hopefully not catch it, but like it won't hurt you.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, you hit her, but then you're fine. And that's the trick, right?
Yeah. So I
make like a ranged attack.
So the issue is this is just a performance check. Like we know you're good at throwing knives. Like you're a D&D character. The question is, can you do it in a way with style?
No, it's probably the answer to that. I can try.
Well, I can guidance you. That doesn't require. Actually, does guidance require?
That'd be the question. You know, this guy hates magic now, so you yeah.
It does have verbal and somatic components, so I probably wouldn't do that then.
All right.
Go for it. 13's not super great.
It's not amazing.
Stop rolling 13.
I rolled an 11. Not a terrible roll. Just don't have a break bonus.
So
all I really need to do is have his attention here. I actually don't really care if he likes it, to be fair.
Okay, yeah, and I suppose, well, if that's your intent, then you failed that intent.
Over again.
So
unless that intent is easier than actually impressing him, is my point.
I mean, kind of, but I don't think a 13 is still going to cut it. Like you've made him quite irate with your crit fail persuasion, not understanding how hair product is the only way to make your hair good, not magic. And so you do the trick, right? Like you do your daggers, and then Benny gets a dagger right in the chest, and then she pulls it out, and she's fine. Oh man! And he frowns and like is scrutinizing, like to see if there's magic involved, and he can't like tell one way or the other. But he just says, "What's the next trick?"
Here. Yes. Well, for the next one, I'll need a volunteer, and I look at his work buddy,
and he frowns and he says, "What kind of trick is this exactly? I would like my butler to be intact by the end of this act."
It's perfectly harmless, a simple disappearance, redirection sort of thing. He'll be quite unharmed, I promise.
Yeah, he's still frowning, but he waves dismissively, and the butler looks uneasy, but he steps over to you.
Mm-hmm. And then I look at, I mean, either of you, I guess. And I sort of step to the side here, and say, so I think I say, Atlas, if you would stand in front of him, as you are, obstruct his view.
In front of who?
Where you are is fine. He's just saying that. So this guy can't see this guy. The idea is that we're going to make him disappear behind you somehow.
Okay. How?
And then, magic. And then I look at, I say, I sort of like give you a nod or something. And basically the idea is I want you to stand back here and like cast a spell and just banish the orc.
You want me to cast banishment on him?
Yeah, I like this plan. It's a good plan.
Wait, are we casting banishment on the orc?
Yes.
And him, or just what?
Just the orc, because the trick is to make the orc disappear, right?
Right, for only a minute.
No, don't worry. The next part about this is that we kill him, so we got this.
Okay,
I like that. Wait, banishment is a 4th level spell slot, just so you know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter. I just use.
Yeah, you have your basic.
I just have two
That's true.
spell slots, so it is using one of my spell slots. But if you want to. Yeah, I will.
Yeah. If this was going better, I would say we should actually try and do the thing and like do a good job. But this has gone badly, so wait, I think now we just kill him.
So instead,
Okay.
just 10 rounds of trying to kill the guy.
Yeah, I think we can do it in 10 rounds.
Well, actually, but she has to hold concentration, so.
Yeah.
If he, you don't use melee, right? You use Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
If he's attacking her, we've utterly failed at our job. So both of us are melee fighters, so he should have no reason to get to her unless he's also a mage, which would be unfortunate.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I look at when I say, if you would, and I gesture. And then I look at the orc and I'm like, okay, close your eyes and count to 5. Or count from 5, I guess.
Yeah, he closes his eyes and he just says, I guess he just does it internally and it's just like, okay.
It has to be out loud, I'm afraid. Project.
He somehow rolls his eyes without opening his eyes, and then
we see his eyelids move.
Yeah, you see his eyelids move, and then he just from 10, like 10 down to 1. Is that what you said?
5. It doesn't matter. However long it takes her to verbally do the thing. I want her to be quiet and him to be loud. So
okay.
Oh, I just
okay. So can I do 2 things to try to like in case this like goes wrong, and he makes the save?
Yeah.
Can I cast like a minor illusion to like make a sound like where I go like ha-bum and then like a gong sound like comes out or something like that? Like
there you go. Yeah.
You know, something where like, you know, I could be like, oh yeah, I have like a little trinket or something that like makes that noise, and then cast banishment to like try to like negate the sound of the verbal somatic components.
I suppose you could try it at least, right?
Okay.
Can she have advantage since the guy's counting loudly?
Yeah, 6, 5, 4, and you can take advantage because Damien pushed him to do that. And because you like exasperated him, he is doing it loudly on purpose to annoy you. Like that's what he thinks he's doing.
So what am I taking advantage on? I don't.
I guess this is a spell. I guess he'd have disadvantage on the save.
You have to save. No, he saves.
Yeah, he has to make a charisma saving throw.
I assume you're probably making a stealth roll here, right? Is really what you're doing. You're trying
to like just in case this goes wrong is basically what I'm trying to like.
Right. Okay. Okay. Do you want her to roll?
Honestly,
stealth?
If this goes right, like I just don't really care. But like if this goes wrong, I want to be able to have some kind of explanation.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Are you trying to put another token down?
I'm trying to. I found like the actual stat block I want to use for this dude. But it's not like I don't know why Roll20 is doing this, but it's like not allowing me to drag the monster like I would normally do.
Very
to like
glitchy for me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now.
It's maybe the map. Because like I pulled up, it's like using like 90% CPU for me. 80%.
That's weird. No idea what's going on here.
We'll let you do it on the other map.
Let me try.
Just to see if that makes a difference.
No, because what it's doing is it's dragging the like weird blank token. But the thing is like to bring a monster from the compendium onto the character sheets, like you have to drag it on.
I was just wondering
it's not actually doing it. So
if you could drag it to the other map, then maybe it is the map and there's just too much data or something.
Wait, what? Okay, well, it's here now. Oh, I see why I was doing it. I had a character sheet for it, like already in there, and not as the default token, so that's what it does when it does that. So that was my bad.
What is that?
It's a Githyanki.
Is what? What is this in a room? Do we miss something?
No, this is just the stat block I want to use for him. It's not actually what he looks like.
Okay.
It's just.
Is this someone invisible?
He still looks like Jonathan Wickham.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Beautiful.
I'm just like actually grabbing the token I want.
Okay.
So.
Wait, I'm confused why we're not also casting banishment on this guy too. Is it just because we want to have a combat?
We're just going to kill this guy. Well, no, I mean, the thing is, if we only have a minute to look, that's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
But if we can kill the guy...
So
and then,
keep in mind, I don't know, you can certainly kill the guy, but also if you do, you won't be able to get information out of him. So if there's nothing to find in his office, then you might have...
Oh, yeah, because I don't have Speak with Dead prepared.
Well, we can non-lethal him at the end. That's fine.
That's true, yeah. If that's the plan, that's fine.
Oh, I can also just bring him back.
That's true. We can kill him and you can gentle repose him. And then I don't know.
That's true, yeah. You can just kidnap, like, bring his corpse away if you wanted to, even.
I do have Revivify, and I probably have a diamond.
Isn't Revivify? Yeah, I mean, we don't really need to spend a diamond on it if we can just knock him out. That's fine. So let's...
Okay. All right. Well, so Kayla, my question is, like, do you actually want me to cast like roll a stealth roll or a deception check or whatever, like, or should we just see if banishment actually works first? Because if it works, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like to obfuscate or spell or whatever. Or
right, that's fair. Well, so the thing is, like, I think if you fail the thing, then you're getting then you're not getting a surprise round on him. Probably, right? This will probably be, can you surprise him with what happened so you can just turn on him and attack him, as opposed to, you did magic, sort of a thing.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, let's have you make just another performance.
A performance? Okay.
Yeah.
Another performance check. Man.
Ooh, you have advantage. She does, because the guy's counting, remember?
Oh, yes, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
We already said that you do, because the guy's counting really loud. Yeah, so you crit.
Oh.
The 23.
Beautiful.
Yeah!
Very nice.
Sweet. So this means we'll get a surprise round on him, basically.
Yeah, so go ahead and describe this whole thing for me, right? Like, you did a gong or something? What did you say?
Yeah, like, so basically I want to do, like once he counts down to 1, I want to, or close to 1, I want to do, like, a gong sound, like, with like the minor illusion, and then immediately cast banishment. So, like, off to, like, so that way he can't hear me saying, like, the spell.
Yep. Right.
Yeah. You just hear the ringing. Here's the ringing of the gong. Cool. Yeah. Go ahead and cast the spell, and it's like a will save for him, right, or wisdom save?
It's a charisma save.
Okay.
Here, I'll cast. I'll put the spell in here.
All right. He actually is not good at these saves, so congrats. Apparently he is good at these saves.
No! Why?
Wow.
All right. Well, he saved, so I guess we gotta kill the butler. Sorry.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Let's make. Oh wait, that was. Oh, sorry, that was for the butler. Well, what's the?
It's a 14.
Well, yeah, he rolled an 18 natively, so it wouldn't have mattered. All right.
Oh wait, so that was your 2 spell slots then, Alyssa?
No, that was 1 spell slot.
Minor illusions a cantrip.
Oh. Yeah. Actually, wait, it doesn't matter. Here's my thought. I'm thinking of just casting silence. So people outside can't hear where
I was going to ask if anybody had that. That is an excellent idea.
It might not matter.
All the goblins are like, we just heard a gong and then nothing. What's going on in there?
To be fair, we've established that it's very loud in here. So.
Yeah, but they also know that we're doing a performance. Like, I don't feel like that would be totally.
Problem is, I lose access to most of my spells if I do cast silence.
Well, I mean, damage-wise, I can probably kill him pretty quickly if you can, like, whack him with something. Probably.
Almost no one got good initiative rolls on this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's actually the butler's turn first, right? So he immediately is just like, you tried to cast a curse on me, and then he just says,
wait, can I lie to him? Can I try and tell him it's part of the thing?
Probably on your turn.
Hey, look, I know I said magic.
Yeah, so I think the thing is, like, he immediately is going to say, slaves to me, and now you're going to have a whole bunch of like goblins and orcs and things.
Dang it. Okay, no point casting silence.
Yeah, I guess not.
I can cast darkness.
There you go.
Then I can't see.
All right,
Does anybody have like a wall they can make?
I can make a wall of fire.
I mean, if I was a goblin, I wouldn't walk through that.
Just getting these on the board here. I think the only the first wave of like his reinforcements are going to be just like some goblins, and then they're gonna get harder. So I'll
sound very fun.
Like some more dangerous things will be coming. We've entered a video game now, right? Like
Yeah.
the way you're gonna have to beat the boss before the minions get too hard.
Yeah, this is the mechanic.
Exactly.
Awesome.
And
Wow.
the goblins they go next, so they're just gonna burst in.
Oh,
So much for
man.
my
Really?
wall
They
of
go on this
fire.
round?
Well, they were like waiting, right?
All right.
No surprise round. Be fair.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that went poorly.
Yeah, because like basically he had like a bunch of goblins like waiting outside the room. And I mean the thing is like I feel like people attack this guy probably enough that this has happened at least a couple other times. And so they're ready for it.
Wait, Alyssa, is your character immune or resistant to fire?
Resistant.
Okay, never mind then.
I know you're just cast the wall of fire on her, weren't you?
5d8 fire damage is a bit much though. So
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I will say for a goblin, yeah.
She was before you anyways. She can move out.
Well, that's true.
But if they're gonna burst in, but yeah.
If they're gonna burst in and go past the front door, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Also, now that they're in the back, you should just defend her because my character's good at 1v1, so that's fine. But yeah,
This is not gonna go well for me.
All right, so they're going to attack you with. They have wicked-looking scimitars. And so the way this works is each of them gets to make 2 attacks, but the second attack always has disadvantage. So just like
but they're
the way the
flanking,
ability
so
works. But so the second one will be a straight roll.
I do have a question about that though, because technically one of them attacks, then the other moves and attacks. Like they, even though they go on the same initiative, they have to make individual turns, so they wouldn't have flanking, would they?
Yeah. So the thing is, like, we have pretty much always played that the minions just go on the same turn simultaneously. I know that that's technically how it will work.
Because I mean, otherwise they can basically just instantly flank anybody.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't really matter. I just technically they would go one at a time.
Pretty much, we have.
Yeah, I mean that's how we've always done it. But I see what David's saying.
I
though,
know,
that, like,
yeah,
maybe like maybe like the first turn they don't get flanking, and then after that.
The thing is, the first one would move and then do no, because that's the thing. They can if they're okay. So this is the thing. They are going on the same turn, which means that even if they have to move obviously at separate times, but they can attack whenever on their turn. Even if it's in between moves. So it doesn't even matter. The guy can wait to make his attack until the other one is moved. And then that guy can make his attack after the other one attacks. So it doesn't really matter. If they're going on the same turn, they can both flank simultaneously.
I suppose.
Which is how I've always done it for like minions. They just all go on the same turn.
That's fine.
Just because it's easier that way.
Yeah.
So first attack of these is going to be advantage. Second one's going to be straight roll.
Hit.
Gosh.
And
the last one misses.
Miss.
They missed twice, right? Or
No,
did the first one didn't have advantage, right?
18 slashing from the goblins.
Okay.
And it's kind of weird, right? Like the goblins were kind of like cloying and like subservient and whatever. And once they've been like let off the leash, they go a little mad. Yeah, they go a little crazy and like grab out wicked like giant knives that they have under their belts and just like start slashing away on a Benny. All right, cool. That's their turn, and now it's your turn, Benny.
Well, this changes what I was gonna do. Let's see here. What do I want to do?
You have Hellish Rebuke, don't you?
Oh
You
yeah.
just immolate one of them.
Oh yeah, you know what? Can I do that as my reaction?
Yep.
To one of them? Sure. Why not? Okay, DC 14.
All right. Do you care which one it's going against?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness,
okay.
what is going on?
Okay.
Well, they take half, I think.
Probably.
So they take half the 3 because every time I roll an attack roll, I get a +3 damage of cold damage. Pretty sure that's
7.
what it says.
Okay. All right.
Let me double check that. It says.
Yeah, it looks like it was built in there properly.
That genie's wrath.
Once during each of your turns. Oh, it has to be during my turn. So never mind. So ignore the 3. So it's just 6 damage.
Just 6. Sounds good. All right. Now it is your actual turn.
What do I do? What do I do?
I'll be disengaged.
I mean, I'm about to come help you.
Yeah, but I mean, if this guy closes in, you're stuck. So I would run.
Well, my turn's before them.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Man, I really wish I would have summoned my my blade before this.
Is that an action?
Yeah, it's an action, unfortunately.
Don't you get to make an attack with it when you do it though?
I don't think so.
What's the name of the spell?
It's not a spell, it's just Pact to the Blade. You may use your action to create a packed weapon in your empty hand.
I just always kept it, I think. I don't remember why I didn't have to do that. I think I usually summoned it before I was needed.
Well, it can also just be summoned. Like, you don't have to have had it not summoned if you don't.
Well,
I guess that's true. I guess I could have just had it.
Right. Because you're just transforming a weapon into your pack weapon, and you can desummon it if you want. But there isn't really any reason not to. I mean, I had all my weapons.
So. Right. There's no reason not to have it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Fine. Is that okay, Caleb?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, because it just says it only disappears if it's more than 5 feet away from you for more than 1 minute.
Right, yeah.
Or if you dismiss the weapon or if you die.
Right.
So, yeah, I guess I just would have had it. Okay, cool. Then I will attack the one that I already hit with my Hellish Rebuke.
I'm all less worried now. I love Pact of the Blade.
With my rapier.
Is that what your Azamar character had, David? Oh no, you had like a weird custom class.
Yeah, but I basically just merged a paladin thing with Pact of the
Blade.
Yeah, because charisma as your attack score and a summonable weapon, I was like, man.
So a 12 does not hit.
Yikes. Okay. Then
the goblin is batting you away with its jagged long knife, and you're trying to get a score, and you just can't.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. So then it's me, right? It looks like.
Think so.
I'm torn. I really feel like I should come help. But
yeah, but the longer we take to get rid of the boss, the longer it takes, and more minions will show up.
All right, you're right.
I'm okay.
Yeah, just don't die or I'll feel bad.
Okay, I do have a couple tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah, now the fact that you're Pact of the Blade makes me feel better. I thought you were like a casting warlock, and I'm like, oh no, we're in trouble. So, but Pact of the Blade can hold their own. So, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna run over there.
Yeah, go for
it.
And so Damien, I think, like I said, he doesn't look like this, but I think he actually does. Because I think what happens, right, when he realizes this is starting to happen, suddenly, his skin grows like grotesque and green, and like it's probably some sort of like fiendish or demonic thing that like some sort of like graft or symbiont or whatever thing, demonic thing that's gonna power him up in this moment. So
yeah, what is it to draw weapons? You know.
What do you mean?
Like, what is kind of action it is? Is it? I'm holding a knife right now, or I guess I'm not holding any weapon right now. So I have to draw my weapons.
I think drawing a weapon is like part of a move action. Yeah,
that sounds right. And I know that dual wielding lets you draw 2 instead of 1. I mean, I would rather as part of a move action.
That makes sense. I know dropping an item can be part of a move action.
Yeah, I think dropping is free, isn't it? And then,
well, like, dropping is part of a move action.
Yeah, so it's free anyways.
In theory, it's free. It's just like you doing it as part of it.
Yeah. I don't know why they bothered to like specify the difference between those things.
Let me check. Actions in combat.
Because if I have to draw my weapons, then I'll just still be holding the last knife from before, because that was my plan, was to like throw a knife at him. But if I can use my sword, I'll do that. Because it's better.
You can draw a sword as part of an attack. So you're good.
Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah, I'll do that. And I will find my character sheet. All right. So we got the fancy one first.
Yeah, your vicious rapier.
Or the Leno Arma, actually, I think is my main one, isn't it? My main hand. I don't know, it doesn't matter. There we go, 15.
Oh yeah, you have the Leno Arma and the vicious rapier. I forgot.
Yeah.
15 does not hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had a feeling it wouldn't. I will use my bonus action to do the other one.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yep, that hits.
Now, it's an offhand. Doesn't that change something?
You don't add your weapon proficiency. You don't add something to it.
So it's 4 less. The damage is 4 less. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you don't add your stat bonus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then obviously I'm gonna sneak attack as well. How do I? Oh, I had to. Oh, there.
Oh yeah, you have sneak knife. Very nice.
That was actually not a very good roll.
All right, so 20 damage altogether.
That's not good.
Wait, not on 46. I mean, I guess it's not awful. I got 1 5 and 2 2s, so it could have been better. It wasn't terrible.
It's average.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you stab him. And what does the vicious rapier do besides?
If I crit, it does an extra 2d6.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I think it's his turn next. So he spouts off like, "Who sent you to kill me? Was it Allison?"
What did we ever write down a name for my character's wife?
I don't think so. I know the original character's wife was named Ariadel, which works.
I think he'll just say, "My family sent me," and he just like stabs him. And it does, it was 20. Yeah, okay, not bad.
Yes, yeah, there you go. And it is his turn, so he is going to, let's see what he has available to him. He takes out like a giant greatsword, like he summons out of nowhere.
Nice.
It's not that great.
He summons a pretty okay sword.
That hurts me. Oop, that's not what I meant to do.
Spell haste.
I don't know if he's actually going to do that, but.
Why is there a spell save?
I'm just trying to decide if any of these make sense to do.
Do something that requires me to make an evasion save.
Are there any bonus action things? Yes. Cool. All right, so he is going to attack you with 2 greatsword attacks. Or
okay.
I guess. Okay, it says greatsword, but then in the actual thing it says longsword, but whatever.
That's confusing.
Yeah. Oh, he's using it 2-handed though. So
the first one misses, the second one hits.
All right, very good. So 4 slashing and 23 psychic damage.
I mean, surprising no one, I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Yeah, so as it rips into you, you just like feel your mind break a little bit.
It's an awful lot of psychic damage. 48, holy crap. Whatever his sword is, I want it. All right. Not that it fits my build in any way, shape, or form. So sorry, how much do I actually take? 27 divided by 2. Rounded up, down, D&D?
Down. It's always down.
Okay.
So that'd be 13.
Yeah.
And then he's going to bonus action Misty Step.
No Misty Step.
Here.
Okay.
No.
I wonder why he might do something like that.
Atlas, it is your turn before the orc's turn, so.
Okay, well, since I see him appear behind me.
And by that I mean you're at the end of the turn order and he's at the beginning of the turn order.
When I see him appear behind me, I'm going to turn around and smackety smack him with my mace.
You can go for it.
23 to hit.
Nice.
Very good.
And I need to add this in. I guess this is really in here. Wait, this is an attack or is it just a push? This will work. So he's gonna have to make a DC. Because I'm gonna hit him with. Okay, I'll do this first. Hit him with my mace, 7 bludgeoning, and then I'm going to use my Minotaur feature, which I forgot to put in my character sheet. Hammering horns. Immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack, as part of the action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to attempt to shove that target with your horns. The target must be within 5 feet of you and no more than 1 size larger than you, unless it succeeds a strength saving throw against a DC equal to 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength modifier. You push it 10 feet away from you. So 8 plus proficiency plus strength. That is 8 plus 6, so only 14. Strong does this guy? What does this guy do? He might be actually pretty strong. Does he look like he's strong, boy?
He has a 7 to his attack bonus, which isn't all strength, but
you know what? This is my best option anyway. I think
it is,
because
you don't want to be flanked.
Yeah, and I don't have anything like Divine Smite or anything. The main thing I get from my Forged Domain is heavy armor. So yeah, I'll try and push him. So strength saving throw.
Cool. The
big guy, the guy that just formed behind me.
Jonathan Wickham.
Jonathan Wickham. Yes.
Strength save. You said.
Yes.
5.
He failed. So he gets pushed onto his desk.
Very good.
Which is perfect because now I'm gonna do is now that I'm no longer being flanked.
Wheel around. Yeah.
5 more feet, 10 feet total.
Perfect.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run here so I can help out my friend.
Yeah.
Cool.
And not be flanked.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
I'm still gonna get attacked by the orc, but that was going to happen anyway.
Yep. That's true.
Alrighty, it is the orc's turn, and he will certainly do that. So let's see.
And you can move through my space, Alyssa, so you don't have to worry about that.
Thanks.
Although if you do, then you'll take an attack of opportunity from whatever goblin.
If she disengages,
I might have a solution. We'll see.
Yeah.
My goal was originally to run there and
Caleb, how high is the ceiling?
Wow, this guy misses.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. It's pretty high.
Like how high? I need to know exact feet.
15 feet, let's say.
15 feet. Great. Okay, excellent.
Out of melee range.
Yeah, so he brings down his great axe on you, but you manage to fend him off.
Just so you know, this isn't in my character sheet because it's not during, but I have a +1 AC since I did this. What was it called? Since I used my Soul of the Forge to increase my AC by 1. Wait, no, not that. Blessing of the Forge to increase my AC by 1.
Cool. All right, it's the goblins' turns, and they're gonna keep attacking you, Benny.
Not even the big scary guy.
Nah.
Okay.
So the second one of each is a straight roll.
Okay, so the middle two hit.
Yep, middle two. Yep. So 11 slashing.
11 damage. Okay.
So they keep doing that. I think they will. This one is going to do disengage as a bonus action. And rush out into the hallway. And this one is going to hide as a bonus action.
Why are they hiding? This is worrisome.
He's going to hide under the table.
They get advantage if they're hidden, I suppose.
So he got a 20 on his hide roll to just roll under the table, and you didn't see me.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, exactly.
Where'd he go?
Exactly.
Where is he? I don't know.
Betty, it's you.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to fly up to the ceiling.
Cool.
And I'm going to move. So let's see. I guess I can move like.
Yeah. How are you flying exactly?
It's a special thing I have for my pact. Thing?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's called Elemental Gift.
Very good.
It gives me a flying speed of 30 and lasts 10 minutes.
Wow. I don't recognize this pack.
Can use it as a bonus action. Yeah, it's from Tasha's children.
Okay, nice.
And I can do this up to 3 times.
Wow.
In between long rests. Yeah, I know. This was going to be part of my act, but then he said no magic, and I was like, well, crap.
Now you can just take pot shots from above.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. So I am going to attack him with an Eldritch Blast.
Which guy?
The main dude. So I'm gonna go like out here, like this way. So that way I'm far away from everything. But I'm also just like 15 feet up, just like this.
off to the side of the room, just gonna try to take pot
just gonna
shots.
do that.
Cool.
Yep. So I'll do both of my beams on. Actually, I'll do both of them on him.
I've got the orc.
Okay, 24. I'm assuming hits. Okay, and then a 14. I'm assuming does not hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 damage.
There you go.
Is that including? Did that include? Oh, did.
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
Okie dokie, Damien, it is you. He's on the desk.
I don't know if he's technically prone.
No, I don't think he is.
He's just pushed. He's not prone.
I'll come over
so he's
here.
probably like crouched on the desk.
Yeah. We'll give him another whack. Here we go. I start stabbing him in the shins. Unless does being on the table give him any kind of advantage?
I don't think so.
I don't think
you can decide if height does or not. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah. I don't think it generally does. I actually was hearing something the other day that having the high ground in a sword fight is actually like a bad thing.
Well, yeah, because they can just attack your feet.
Yeah, your legs are pretty. I mean, like, to be fair, your legs are an easier target for them, and their head's an easier target for you. So it's not like a bad thing, but it doesn't like help that much.
It's not an advantage. Yeah, necessarily. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, we'll just do normal stuff. Right. Go for it.
Okay. Here. I don't have anything special I can do.
I think typically how we do, we have a rule in Terra Invicta where if you describe yourself doing a cool thing, that would give you like advantage or something like. So if he had described himself getting up on the table to like have leverage against you or something in some way, that would be one thing. But he got pushed onto it, so I don't think that matters either way.
Okay. Oh my goodness! Why I have a +8 to this, and I can't roll above like a 6. I think that's what I got last time.
Yeah, 14 does not hit.
You know, I got a 7 last time. That's awful. All right, well, here we go. Bonus action, vicious rapier.
Nope.
I wish I'd had advantage.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I'd have probably dropped him right there.
Yep. Yeah, so you guys are just parrying back and forth, right? And he did ask you, who sent you to kill me? Did Allison send you? Are you answering him at all?
No, yeah. When I stabbed him, I said my family sent me.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. Yeah.
You're fine. All right. Well, I can't wait to take another 40 psychic damage.
Hey, you can have it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes. So I think he is going to.
Miss.
He's going to cast haste on himself.
Okay.
That's not good.
Is that a bonus action?
It is not, but he has a thing called War Magic. When it uses its action to cast a spell, it can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. So it still costs him an action to cast the spell, but he does get an extra attack.
That's pretty cool, though.
So he gets to attack you twice.
But he gets you attack you twice anyway, but he also gets a +2 bonus to AC, advantage on dexterity saving throws, and additional action.
Wait, why does he get to attack me twice?
Because he cast haste.
He casts haste. He gets so he still gets to attack you twice.
As a bonus action, he gets to make a weapon attack. Not
yes, but
the attack action, right?
Yes, but haste gives you another action. So he's spending his main action to cast haste, but he gets an action back, which you can only spend on certain things, but attack is one of them. But he can't attack twice with that action, just in one attack. He can't use multi-attack for that one, but he still gets his normal 2 attacks because of his bonus action thing. So it ends up being the same, but he also gets to cast haste. So 2 18s. Those hit.
Oh, it says it's going to be used to. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. Right. Okay. Sorry.
2 18s.
Yes, they both hit. I think I'll probably die here.
Die or go down?
Probably go down. We'll see.
Okay.
I don't think he can kill me in one shot, but yeah.
I can bonus action healing word you back up.
Right, yeah. Yeah, he had to do 40 damage one of the attacks to kill me with it. I don't think that's.
Well, let's see what he rolls. You can cunning whatever.
Yeah, but I can only do one of them, yeah. Which probably I don't know if I get to choose before the damage is rolled, but
I'm guessing you probably have to do the first one.
They're almost the same, so
the first one's also more.
Yeah. But just the second one's enough to take me out anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, that's actually nuts. I've never seen a magical damage with that.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot. A lot of psychic damage.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Whether I do it or not, I go down. So
sounds good. All right. So, and then I guess that's his turn. So he takes you down, and Damien splatters blood everywhere and falls to the ground.
Jeez.
And then Atlas, it's you. You do see this.
Well, I will healing word.
Nice.
Bonus action. I'll just do this first before I forget. Actually, wait a second. I might be able to do mass healing word, so I can bring. That might not be worth it, especially since Alyssa's character is kind of out of the way right now.
So she shouldn't take damage. Hopefully,
healing word to at least bring you back up. You're gonna go down as soon as you get back up, but at least now you can attack him.
Yeah, my turn's before him. So yeah.
Yeah, so you 8 hit points.
Sweet.
And then I'm a smiggity smack orky dude.
Yeah.
Very nice. Go for it.
15 to hit.
15 does not hit. I'm so sorry.
Oof.
I was worried about that.
Yeah. So
is he wearing armor? I thought he was wearing a suit.
So he is wearing chainmail underneath the suit.
Underneath the suit.
And I think what happens literally, Atlas, is you slam him up against the chest, and this is the thing. The suit was really tight on him, right? And as soon as you rip into the chest piece, it just slashes open, and you see the chainmail underneath.
It's like Frodo with his
exactly. Yeah. What do you say?
That's why it was so tight.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why the suit was so tight.
Yeah.
It wasn't tailored well. He was padding.
Exactly. And then it is his turn, and he is gonna
trying to hit me.
Yeah, I think he'll just attack you again. Crit fail on the first one, but he hits with the second one.
Well, the 25 hits. That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, Caleb.
We're really getting us.
Hey, listen,
we're really getting smacked around.
That guy's a CR4, dude. There's no reason he should have that much damage. I don't know. I don't understand.
Wait, what is?
Because that's a third of my health, and I have 66 health.
It does a 1d12 plus 4 plus 1d8.
Yeah, he has a thing called aggressive. Grumpsh's Fury. The orc deals an extra 1d8 damage when it hits with a weapon attack.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's enraged.
Well, he had to roll a 19 hit me. So
all right, it is the goblin's turns. This one is gonna rush back out and stab you in the back. Atlas. Second one had disadvantage.
They all roll
first one.
Sorry,
the
I
first
guess
one
they're
hits,
both straight
yeah.
rolls because he has advantage with flanking, so they both hit. So 7 slashing.
Ouch.
You get some pokes in the back. And then the other goblin is gonna rush back. And probably just, he can only really make it here, so he's just gonna also attack you. But he does not have advantage. And he has disadvantage on the second one, so.
Well, everything misses.
Very nice. Cool. All right. Benny.
I'm debating if I want to like take out the goblins just to like get rid of like
Clear action economy out. Yeah.
You could also banishment.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's not a bad idea.
Outnumbered
and outgunned pretty heavily, which is not a good combination.
Getting rid of the goblins would get rid of some damage, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what this guy's. If you could banish this guy, he's by far and away the most damage on their team. We could clean up pretty easily if we can get him back.
Yeah.
And then we could just bring him back and jump on him. But I don't know.
I could also cast like a high level spell against him that might do some good damage, but
true. Yeah, if I could do more than roll a 4 or something, then we might be able to burst him down.
Yes, the curse of this character, always not doing enough damage.
It doesn't do the character, it's me.
Apparently. Yeah, any of those are good options. Attack the goblins, banish one of them, do a high level spell.
Yeah, if you're gonna banish, I would try and banish one of the higher DPS guys. But if you're just gonna try and kill one, I would shoot a goblin. Unless you have something really high DPS.
Yeah.
It's not a live action game or a real time game.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be DPS. DPT, I guess.
I mean, honestly, banishment doesn't sound like a terrible idea because if he's got only a +3 to charisma, then he has to roll a 10 or it's basically a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
That's not not terrible odds. I'm just worried I'm gonna do like nothing on my turn. But
I mean, I just did nothing on my turn. That's just the indie for you. It happens.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah. Let's I'm gonna point at him and I'm just gonna be like, go away. And cast banishment on him.
Back to the foul depths from which you came.
So he needs to make a DC 14 charisma saving throw.
Against Jonathan Wickham?
Yes.
Cool.
The one and only.
Got a 16.
Dang it!
Oh my god, no. I just wasted all my spell slots.
Yikes.
I knew that was gonna happen, but yeah, it was a good idea. It was worth trying.
Yeah, so I think he feels
really
the touch on his mind, and he turns to you and he says, "The dimensions are mine to control, whelp."
Ooh, that's a bad sign.
Oof.
Yes, I'm not sure if this would have actually worked, but if you had cast banishment on him, he does have like plane shift. So I don't know if he could have just come back by himself. I'm not sure actually how that works, but he would have tried it at least.
Wow, lame. Okay,
and then incapacitated.
I'm also going to like move more. Like, let's see, let's go 1, 2,
back up into the corner.
4, 5, 6. I'm trying to get closer to like the window.
Yeah, good idea. Sure.
There you go.
Get out of here.
Cool.
Still, it's just like floating on top of the ceiling, just like.
Yeah, still just blast on the window and leave.
Yeah, at this point, we might want to just retry later.
I'm kind of surrounded.
It is you, Damien.
You know what? Disengage. Oh, all right.
Please hit him.
I'd love to try. I think with a +8, I could roll like a 2 or once. So something. All right, here we go. I give up. I'm going home.
What the heck? You have not rolled like anything.
My rolls have literally. I rolled a 6, or a 7, a 6, and a 4.
That was a 4.
So then my rolls. Here we go.
Oh no!
It's literally going in row. I rolled a 4 and then a 3. All right.
Just getting
I
worse and worse.
move over here.
You can attack him. Unless you can.
No, I don't, because I have
rogue stuff. Disengage.
Yeah, I have a special thing where if I attack somebody, they can't.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh right. I'd move a lot if you can.
I mean,
you could literally break through the window and then just be on the other side of it. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, so I'd just be abandoning you guys then. But also, he has twice the movement speed now from haste, so I can't run away from him.
He's also gonna kill you.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that there's anything I do to keep him from doing that because it doesn't matter where I move.
I mean, if you move away, then it's either going to be, Atlas is going to be surrounded or he's going to follow you, which, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Man.
I don't think I've ever had that many bad rolls in a row before. That's actually insane. I didn't get above a 10 for like 5 rolls in a row. Oh my goodness. All right.
Definitely imagining this like XCOM now. You're gonna rush out, break through the window, and then be in cover.
Yeah. Are these all windows? How does this work?
I would say like pretty much this entire wall is just like windows. Yeah.
Okay. Because the problem is if I run out, he's just gonna chase me and kill me, and then I'll be out of range of your healing.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's any point in me moving. Just gonna stay.
Okie dokie. It is his turn. How long does haste last? Oh, concentration up to a minute. Except you haven't hit him, so it doesn't.
Yeah, I literally haven't touched him once with 5 attacks.
Yeah. So I guess he didn't have to cast. So he's gonna get a bunch of attacks on you.
I mean,
You might just die.
We'll
100% down.
We'll do one at a time here. So
yeah,
he hits with the first one.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously enough to put me down.
Yeah, but I think he is going to go ahead and Misty Step. Actually, wait a second.
I'm gonna go down.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't have anything to heal you guys.
Yep.
So sorry. Avina's just gonna get away and.
Well, here's the thing, though. None of them can reach you, and you can fly for 10 minutes. You can just shoot them until they all die. They literally can't hit you.
I mean, not unless they have
He can Misty Step. He could probably do something
like arrows or something. I'm sure they've got crossbow bolts.
Wait, Caleb's looking flustered. Maybe they can't.
I wasn't listening to anything you were saying. So,
okay.
He is going to rush over here. Yes, he's going to use his move action to do that. Then he's going to cast levitation.
Oh God.
Yep.
And he's going to levitate up to you.
Is that a bonus action?
No, it's an action, but he still has haste on. So
right.
Then he also gets one attack as a bonus action to round off his turn.
Okay.
So
the nice thing is levitation, you can't move, so you just have to get away from him.
Oh God.
Are you kidding me right now?
Well,
he rolled so badly for the psychic though.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me see. So wait, hold on.
So
this
11,
this
20,
might be really
34.
close. Hold on.
34.
How much psychic damage?
Psychic?
Oh, yeah, no, I go down.
20.
Yeah.
And then you fall 10 feet and take 1d6 falling damage.
That's true.
Yeah, I just go down.
Yeah, I don't think there was any way.
Boom.
Yeah,
with that much psychic damage.
You take one failed death save then because you fell. And took damage.
Yeah, I don't think there was any way we were going to touch this. We were outnumbered, and he does like our whole health
There's
bar and
literally
psychic
nothing
damage.
we can do. We are dead.
Yeah. No,
Atlas,
it's over.
you.
Yeah. I mean, you could AOE heal and then just immediately be killed, but
that is the problem. I can immediately bring you guys back up with mass healing word, but then whoever gets hit next goes down.
Yeah, and once you're down, we don't have any healing. So
I say you just heal us and then book it out of there, like disengage and bonus action mass healing word.
Is mass healing word a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, then yeah. I mean, yeah.
The door's open, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is all windows in here. So, I mean, you're kind of far away from that.
Yeah, you know what? That is the best option.
Yeah,
I will disengage. Mass healing word.
You can't quite get to there.
And run 30 feet to. Actually, mass healing words only one. Just so you know, mass healing words only 1d4 plus my.
I mean, at this point, the amount doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's actually not bad. That's like 1d4 plus 7.
Oh yeah, I mean that's good, but yeah, it doesn't make a big difference.
It's not gonna matter at this point.
No.
Yeah, I mean he does 40 damage in attack. It's not gonna matter. All right.
Wait, only 4. Oh, about modifier, not spell attack bonus. Okay, so disengage. Is there like a window I could run through, or?
Yeah, so I'm sure there are windows somewhere along the wall here, but probably.
Right, that was part of your investigation earlier, was to see our exit points.
Yeah, and you can definitely
true.
use one. I just don't think there's going to be any on this wall, probably, right? Because there's like a bunch
of.
of
you couldn't
desks
get out
against,
anyways.
or like chests and stuff against the wall here. So if anything, and also actually the light should be showing us where the windows are, because there's actually light. I think really there's only windows here then, because like there's like light coming. Well, there's light coming from here.
Well, this is coming from the wall, which doesn't make any sense. Like it's like this whole area is lit for some reason.
So I would assume there's like windows over here in this room, but I just don't think. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of light in this room over here for there to not be any windows anywhere, and there's like tiny candles.
Right.
One tiny candle.
I just like so specifically this wall. It doesn't make any sense for any windows to be like anywhere here, because there's like a bunch of stuff behind it.
I mean, his desk is right here. There's probably windows here and here.
Yeah, I would say like windows like
Maybe
on
there.
the edges. Yeah.
So I would run then.
There's definitely windows on this wall.
Oh, it's actually you can actually get here just as easily as there. That's so weird.
So I run here. Here's the question. That's technically in the wall. Would I end it like going through? Would end my turn essentially going through the window?
You could make
How would
an
that work?
athletics check if you would like to be on the other side of the window. Yes.
I'm good at those.
I'll allow that.
The wait. Goring rush. It's after using a dash action. Athletics?
Yeah.
Could I say something to give myself inspiration?
I don't know what.
There was this. This isn't the first time Benny and I have been in trouble. We've been around the block a few times. There was this one time. It wasn't with pirates. This was just at a bar. Benny, actually, I'm saying I don't want to make things up about a Benny because, a Benny was trying to, we're playing some cards, and I was trying to do my best to. I don't know what. Tell me. I don't know anything about your character right now, unless I don't want to just make anything up.
That's fine. I don't care.
This isn't the first time we've cheated people. We weren't exactly, against the idea of getting. It's always the worst people. It's always the people who aren't that great.
That's what everybody says.
We try and cheat the cheats. It's like the episode of The Runaway in the Avatar, which I watched yesterday. And so we're playing some cards. Using some things to get people's distractions. Like they caught us, and so let's just say this isn't the first time I've had to run out of a window to get out when the doors were kind of barricaded and blocked, and there were people.
One of my favorite things about that rule that we made up is sometimes people are just so desperate to get advantage, and they make up something like that. What was the thing that Alyssa made up way long ago that we were like, why would this give you advantage? It was like something like where you're like,
I remember what you're talking about. I don't remember what it was.
I think it was with Shayla. Wasn't it like some dumb thing where you're like,
no, I made up a lot of ridiculous crap with Shayla.
I know. I can't remember what it was, but it was something like basically along those lines. It's like, I have an affinity for Windows.
No, I'm saying.
Oh no, it was Ari. It was Ari. You were like you said something about her hair or something, right?
That's right. I do remember this.
I don't even remember. It was
that I always keep it like down or something like that.
Yes, that was it. That was it.
Yes,
your hair down.
You always keep your hair down.
I was telling a story about a time
take
where
your advantage, Atlas.
I have a +6 to athletics. We've just been rolling
Yeah.
Unbelievably bad. Yeah.
Hey,
there you go.
Didn't really need
it. Didn't need it. Okay.
Yep, you're just fine. You break through the window and you're on the other side of it. No problem.
Okay, and Ed, you guys have 8 hit points each. And I think it was this one right here. Right? Yeah.
Yes, let's just put you right here. All right, cool.
Okay.
It is Butler's turn. And I think he might run after you.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, why live?
I'm gonna make a roll for him. I'm not sure who he would attack. I'm not sure if he would like run after the person he's been fighting or try to like cheap shot Damien.
He's got 8 hit points. Give him a break. He's still down.
He's still kind of like down. He hasn't even like stood up yet.
He has to use half his movement to stand up. He's also behind the table. He can't see him.
All right, he's gonna attack you, Atlas.
Thank you. I have the AC for it.
Yeah, so he rushes after you.
Wait, I hit him with an attack of opportunity.
No.
Oh yeah, I guess you have reached. Yeah.
Yep.
He has a magical sword that has like super reach.
Yeah, it was the plot of my main character was he made a magical sword and it can have any weapon quality, so I gave it reach. Yeah, cool. All right, maybe I can roll better.
Yeah, go for it.
Here we go, guys.
I didn't even think about that, but he would know. So
yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that hits.
Still a bad roll. Oh, thank goodness. I can only sneak attack on my turn, right?
Yeah, I think
so. Yeah.
I think we decided that last time. I don't remember. Actually,
or is it just once per round? I don't remember.
It is once per round.
Hey, he missed. So he flails wildly after you as you try to charge out the window, and he misses. All right. Goblin bosses' turns. They are going to jump up. This one's going to jump.
It just says once per turn.
Oh, really?
It's not on your turn, yeah.
Go for it then.
Cool. Thanks.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Roll your sneak attack.
I didn't get to do it on my turn.
So Max.
Oh, Max.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was Max on
one.
Well, no,
you just won.
Max on one of them. Oh, I see.
Yeah. But still pretty solid.
Cool.
How bad is this guy looking?
I mean, that was the first time that he's been hit the entire combat. So
I thought I hit him earlier.
Yeah, I think you hit a goblin.
Yeah, you hit a goblin.
And you headbutted the other guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you maced him and then hit him.
All right, so this goblin's gonna attack you, Damien.
Great.
His disadvantage on its second attack.
Yeah, it hits with both. Oh wait, no, it hits with the first one. Sorry.
3 slashing.
Wow, I survived.
And it misses the second one. So
yeah.
You're up. You're still up.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
This goblin boss is also going to attack you, though.
Oh, bye, Damien.
Same deal. Hey, misses both.
There you go. Thank goodness.
Yeah, so they jump on the table and try to like slash you, and you're just like rolling because you're like so prone, right? Because you just like roll out of their attacks. All right, Benny.
Okay, well, so I'm down on the floor and he's up still.
Yep.
Correct. Okay. So I'm debating if I want to just like, I feel like I should just like, I mean, he's got haste on though. I don't know how I'm going to escape. Like that's the thing.
He can't move except for up and down when he's levitating. You should just fly. Well, move 1 square, fly, and then fly away from him. He can't chase you.
Well, he could just end the levitation spell though, can't he? And then
right, but then you'll be above him.
Oh, so actually, levitate is concentration, so he broke the haste to do that.
Oh,
which
so
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Attack, probably.
Well, no, he already had used all his actions by the time that he did, because the bonus action thing was for if you use an action to cast a spell, it can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. That doesn't depend on haste. If I had remembered that, I probably maybe wouldn't have had him do that. But oh well, he did it. So
yeah, I don't think he's.
But he can
struggling
stop. He can drop the spell. So.
Right, but then he can't reach you if you're in the air, is my point.
Right, okay. Well, it doesn't matter because he's also not hasting anymore either.
Yeah.
So he can't
it's true.
like go really, really fast.
Away.
Okay.
Well, I need to get out of here.
You have 8 hit points, run away.
So I'm going to, as a bonus action, use my elemental gift to fly, but I'm gonna like step out and then like step fly out the window. And as I'm going out, I want to cast 2 Eldritch Blasts at the goblins near Damien.
Cool. Do it.
Nice, thank you.
One on each of them?
Oops, I didn't do that.
Let's do the one that's most hit from my like hellish rebuke and things first. See if that takes him down, and then I'll do the other one. Okay, hit. 17.
Nice.
Just the 6. Does just the 6 do anything?
Just the 6 does not kill him now.
Okay, then add the 3 on that one.
Okay, not dead.
Okay, all right, and then last one.
Nice.
Now he's dead.
Hey, just 12.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, he's down though.
Nice. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's see. I guess I can go out. Let's see. So wait, where's the window? Right here?
There's probably a window right there, honestly, on the right.
Okay.
Next to
all right.
There's
perfect.
like nothing here.
So
yeah, there's probably...
fly, break out the window. 2.
Take 1d6 window damage.
4,
so fall to your death.
5 and 6. So I'm all the way out here.
So Damien, you are rolling away from like out of the reach of the attacks, and then you look up and you're like, oh no, one's like about to hit you, and then suddenly it just like is obliterated, and there's just like papers flying in the air, right? As the electric blast just sends it flying away, ragdolling across the room. Damien, it's your turn.
Yeah. Do I have to attack with my main weapon first, or can I do a bonus action offhand if I attack with my, you know what I mean? With dual wielding, do you have to do the first one first?
Don't remember.
Do you care?
Let me look real quick, see if I can.
So I guess you're just declaring an attack action and using the offhand weapon, and then, right? Because it's just in your offhand. That's the only reason it has a penalty. And you can just do the bonus action if you
think so. Probably. Yeah, whatever. You can do it. Okay. Maybe it's not correct, but it doesn't seem like it should be.
I'm gonna offhand attack this goblin. Are you actually? It went down again. You went down to 2.
Oh no!
Literally gone down 5 rolls.
if you crit fail this next one, that'll be like what are the mathematical chances of this happening? They're incredibly low.
It's already pretty ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. Well, I literally only did that so he couldn't attack of opportunity. I don't actually have to land that hit to make it so he can't attack me.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna come over here
to the.
Okay. Wait, why? Run.
Well, I'm trying to run. This is the closest place.
Get out the door.
You could go out this way.
Well, that's true, I guess. Yeah.
Each of you are going off a different direction.
Yeah.
Hey, we know where the ship is.
It's true.
Well, yeah. If that was the case, I probably should have. No, it's fine. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll move here, and then I'll use my action to move off. I'll probably veer off this way because I saw the direction he went, I think.
Yeah.
Man, we really needed that banishment to work.
I know. Either of them, right? Like they both failed.
Yeah. I mean, that would have honestly been a hard fight if it was just the 3 of us versus him.
Yeah.
It still would have been hard. All right. Yeah. So no.
I'm just so sad that I used all my spell slots for nothing.
I mean, it wasn't your fault. Yeah, like it was the right thing to try. It just didn't.
Yeah, for sure.
Out. Yeah, I mean, you are fine. I attacked 6 times and did nothing, so you don't have to feel bad.
Yeah, out of curiosity, if he had hit like any of those times, would that guy be down, or at least bloodied?
Which guy?
If
boss,
if the big boss, if he had been hit.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have that many hit points. Like you.
So he would be down.
Well, the thing is, I do sneak attack, and I've had 3 rounds of missing. If I'd have hit with any of those attacks, that's 12d6 of damage extra that he would have taken. If I'd hit even one of them,
exactly.
That's not the main damage.
Very, 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 very unlucky.
I don't think I've had some really frustrating sessions of D&D. I don't think I've ever had rolls this. I mean, it wasn't frustrating this time because it was funny.
Yeah.
But But like,
yeah, it's
that's-
not
we
as
saw the
frustrating.
hedge
when,
maze.
it's not as frustrating when it's a one shot.
Yeah, right.
So this is the thing.
Yeah.
I think you guys actually do like the thing that is directly in the path of you, like the next thing like that you have to go through to get towards the ship is the hedge maze. Actually, the hedge maze is like right outside
Beautiful.
this thing.
Great.
What do you guys do? Do you just go around it? Do you go through it? What is your plan?
I could just guide them through by flying over it.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
like
gonna
go this
say-
way and this way.
I was
Right?
gonna say I have Sacred Flame.
just burn it down. I'm
With
sorry.
radiant damage.
Wait,
Yeah, I
never
don't know.
mind.
That's not
Never
gonna be
mind.
super
Sorry.
effective.
Wall of Fire.
There you
Yes,
go.
that will be better.
Yeah, just destroy his
Push it
hedges while we're
through
out.
the entire thing.
Well, it doesn't move.
Yeah, but it would light a fire, and the fire would catch.
Don't die, Seth.
I'm not trying. Believe me. The Sudafed's wearing off.
Oof.
I'm trying to get this map ready, and it's just taking forever to upload.
The thing is,
map.
I almost picked a Minotaur that has Wait, no, that was a background. Wait, no. One of the Minotaur things I thought has a way to always Labyrinth Recall. I almost picked that
Oh
one.
my gosh, that's amazing. That would have been perfect. But I mean, yeah, we don't really need it. She can just fly.
Yeah, let's go with that. I'm assuming it doesn't take 10 minutes.
What, to do the labyrinth, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I hope not.
I can always do it one more time. So technically, I guess we've got like 20 minutes, but
Yeah. We just have to hope no one
Oh.
shoots at you while you're doing that with your like 4
I'm looking at my spells. I'm like, wow, this would have been helpful. This would have been helpful, but it's like we didn't have enough time.
No, yeah, I mean, you were basically just fighting for your life that whole time, or in our lives mostly, trying to keep us from dying.
yeah.
So the thing is, you're probably only going to be chased by the guy who can, literally teleport. The rest of them probably aren't going to be able to keep up with, or at least they
Oh,
probably
yeah.
won't try. So I'm going to try to place everybody. So you won't see the turn order anymore, but I still have it up.
Oh, by the way, I couldn't do my sneak attack to that guy because I wasn't within 5 feet, and we talked about that earlier. My bad.
Oh,
that 18
okay.
damage
It doesn't
I did,
matter.
I wasn't
He's
close.
going to be kind of like waiting behind anyway. So the thing is, the butler's staying behind to basically rally the rest of the guards and stuff to like track you down. He's chasing you in the immediate. So let's see, whose turn is it? It's his turn next, and we'll just basically say that. Basically, I just want to like skip forward maybe one round. You guys are at the edge of the hedge maze, and he's behind you somewhere with he's teleported and things. And Atlas, what do you do?
He's right behind us.
I mean, yeah, more or less.
Okay, I'm gonna do one thing that can cause some decent damage, I think. Plus, I don't know. Actually, unless
Let's put you guys.
the problem,
here.
part of the problem is I don't have a lot of actual attack.
I'm also like 30 feet up.
Right, yeah.
I don't have a lot of like pure just attacking spells, so I can't I could just try banishing him again, but I've proven that that's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
And it might be better.
It really is a 50-50 shot. Like if you have a spell, and what's your spell save DC?
It's 14-2, isn't it?
15.
Oh, it's 15.
Okay, so it's actually
slightly
high,
better.
he has to get an 11 or lower.
Still, it's a minute. He'll find us again.
I mean, he knows where
better.
we're going.
Yeah.
There's only one place we would go.
He can
And
haste-
That's what
I can do 5d8 fire damage to him at this point, and I might as well just
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe you should just wall of fire this. Then
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm literally gonna wall of fire behind us, so he's engulfed
idea.
in it, and he can't
Cool.
see us.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I can also technically kite him as long as he doesn't have any range damage, but that's a pretty big if.
This will only be for essentially, I think, one round. Depending on how you read it. I don't know. I'll put it in the chat.
It's like,
No,
I thought
wall
it
of
was
fire lasts.
concentration.
It's concentration, I think.
No, I know, but he'll take the damage on this turn. On Actually, give me a second. Let me just roll the damage.
That ends its turn 10 feet within this side, that side or inside of the wall. He also takes the damage when he enters the wall for the first time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, does he take the damage when I cast it and then again on his turn?
So he only takes the damage when you cast it if he's within the area. It says when it appears within the area, it makes a dex save. And then it says one side of the wall does 5d8 fire damage to the creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. And it also
he's not going to end his turn there. So it's just essentially just a one-time thing, but it's 5d8. It's 20 damage. Solid.
Yeah, and if another creature like comes towards it, then they all have to take it.
That's also true. Yeah,
it was my plan. It was my plan to begin with. I was like, if any of them follow us, they have to go through that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He makes a save, so it's only 10 damage.
Very good.
And then we keep running. Do I wait? Actually, do I have a bonus action thingy I can do? No, that's a melee weapon attack. You know, it had to be a cantrip anyway. Never mind. Could we say that on the 2 turns I had that I cast Cure Wounds on the turn that we missed, I cast Cure Wounds on someone maybe? Or not? Is that we're probably just dashing. We're probably just dashing.
That was my idea, yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Also,
never mind.
I should point out, I actually don't think he takes damage now. He takes damage when he comes into the wall, and there isn't a save for that. So if you cast it on someone, there's a save. But if they come within 10 feet or into it,
that's
save.
true. That's true.
Yeah, but then he could just misty step through it. So what's the point of that?
Actually, that's a very good point. He would just misty step through. I would have cast it on him.
Yeah,
that's what I figured. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just casting it on him, and so yeah.
Yep. All right, where do you go?
Cool. Well, what's the right way?
Yeah, I'm following.
Do you know that as a mentor? Is that like a special thing?
No, we're following a Benny. She's high flying above.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, you can probably see the whole map, right? So I guess you.
Yeah. It's actually if we just go down one of the sides, they literally both lead.
They all, Pretty much, you just want to go down.
We've gone to the left side. We go left.
Yeah.
It's left, then right down.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if we go right from here, it's just literally a straight shot to the side.
I thought I saw a wall.
Well, I think
that's true too.
You could, but I think it's going to be a clearer shot to the ship if you go down here.
Oh, okay.
Just where the ship is, basically.
Yeah.
So I move myself 60 feet.
So wait, we're going this way?
Yeah, we're going left,
down.
Yeah.
That way?
Yep, left. And then just get to the edge and then down.
Should I move myself 30 feet then?
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna be following you. I just want to.
Do we want to? Let's go down. Let's go this way, just because it's technically we don't have to move backwards.
Yeah. Wait,
okay. It's not any different distance wise.
So we're going down this way,
yeah,
this way, then out this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
So 1, 2.
Me better for getting away from
3,
him, I suppose.
4, 5, 6.
I just think this is a really cool scene. Like the wall fires behind you. He's like like teleporting, and Abani's like this way, lumbering through the giant hedge maze.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Go ahead and take these guys off the turn order. Benny, it's you.
Okay. So let's see. So I know you just use an action, so you couldn't dash that round.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling.
You guys dash.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good since I'm like up in the air. So I think I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this turn, especially if you took time to like do something. I'm gonna be like, okay, then I'm gonna do something also. I might as well. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you're in the air and you
19.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and 20.
Oh,
yep, both hit.
Dude.
Okay, so 13, and then just 4.
Okay. Very good.
And then I'll move.
You don't even have to move over because you're flying. How high is this hedge mage actually?
I would say if she's 30 feet in the air, she's fine.
5 and 6.
You don't have to move you could just go as the crow flies. You don't have to.
Oh, I guess that's true here. I guess I could.
Well, we have to follow you, so.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point.
Right, yeah. Because if you just fly as.
But you can also still move diagonally to where you want to go, right? Like you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't like your.
I'd say the hedge maze walls are like 15, 20 feet high.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going here. So.
Cool. All right. It is his turn. He's going to misty step through.
Wait, he goes before me?
Yes.
I was going before him.
Oh, wait.
No. I was going to say no.
Yeah, I don't know why I suddenly skipped. I accidentally skipped through you for some reason. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know why that happened.
Dash.
Yeah, I actually. Does a long greatsword doesn't have reach, does it?
No.
Okay. Where is the actual 35 feet here? Because there's obviously some obstruction here, but I'm not sure where the actual obstruction starts.
Where are you asking exactly?
Basically, I want to be 1 square away from the range that he can hit me.
Let's just assume any of these. Well, you can go in these squares if you want to, but these squares.
I'm just trying to tell where.
Shrubs.
If he walks 30 feet, will he not be able to attack me? So he can go here and then.
Keep in mind, if he misses, I think misty steps, you have to be able to see this space, correct?
Is that true?
Yes.
It's line of sight, I think, yeah.
So because so he couldn't go behind you in that maze, but he might be able to walk. Well, if he misty steps though, he can use his movement though, I guess, right? Still.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically if I'm here, he won't be able to hit me, right?
I think so.
Not necessarily.
I mean, unless he uses a spell, but if he uses a spell, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go here.
Cool.
Are you going to dash?
You
might as well, right?
Can I hide?
Sure.
I'm going to do that.
Jump into the hedge?
Yeah. How hide? Stealth.
Well,
Are you actually serious? At least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah, that's true. The curse has been broken. Oh, but it was just weapon attacks, so
yeah,
who knows?
True.
It was yeah, you rolled a 6.
So
still insane. Yeah.
I don't think does the wall of fire obscure vision to the point where he wouldn't be able to misty step through it? It's opaque.
It's opaque.
It does say it's
opaque.
opaque.
It's opaque.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I guess he has to move through it, which I guess
I don't
he
know
does.
if he takes damage from that.
No, he's already in it. He doesn't take any more damage.
Okay.
I wish he took
Sounds
damage from it.
So
Yeah,
he's just going to move
turn.
here, right at the edge of the corridor of hedge, and he's going to cast Fireball.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Hey, I have resistance to this.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my god. Okay,
He
wait.
rolled so many
Caleb.
6s. He rolled really well.
Can you show the spell description, please? As well.
It's
okay.
30 feet, I think. Pretty sure.
So wait, am I in the
I think
range?
so.
Oh no, it's a 20-foot radius.
20-foot
sphere.
radius.
Was it only
is
20?
Here,
Oh, it's only
fine.
20.
So
Yeah.
I'm out of it.
Even if it
Okay.
was at you, it wouldn't hit you.
Right, 'cause you're above.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Dex save. This is
Yeah, what's the
important.
dex
save?
Yep.
You're going down no matter what.
No, I have evasion. If I succeed the save, I
Uh-huh.
don't take any damage.
Oh, right. Nice.
But that would require me to roll
I make
more
the
than a
save.
6.
So I take half, which goes to 18, and then half more, which
No, Dave.
What is this game?
David, no.
So dumb.
Poor Damien's gonna die.
This is
well,
the 10th roll I've done in a row that was below 10.
That's really bad. Yeah.
I don't even know
Wow.
how this is physically
You
possible.
have plus 8 to dex saves. Like,
Yeah.
how is this even happening right now?
I rolled a 2.
I'm aware, but I mean, like, it's just crazy.
well, the good news is
dumb.
I only took 9 damage from that because I have
That's good.
resistance to fire damage.
And Atlas, that's your turn.
Wait. Oh, did you succeed the save too? Okay, I was like,
I succeeded the save, and I have resistance to fire because of my forge domain. So
Nice.
9.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Minotaur Forge Domain Cleric is a really cool build. That sounds really fun.
It would be if we weren't dying.
Yeah, I mean, I take half damage and die anyways.
Here's the question: what do I do? Because I have to run.
Just run.
But do I dash? Do I healing word you?
I guess I can do both.
That's true. I can dash as my action.
That's true, because you can't bonus action dash anyways. So, but you should heal me first, because otherwise you'll be out of range, I think.
Yes, I will healing word you. I rolled a 1. It's contagious.
It is. This has been the worst rolling I've ever seen.
And then I will,
except from Caleb, you got like 3 crits.
Which luckily, since this is a hedge maze, he can't go through the hedges.
Yeah, I mean he can levitate, but we'll see.
But then he can't boom foof back and forth. You said,
but he could just misty step once he's out. Well, actually, no, he can't, because these are 20-foot hedges and he only levitate 20 feet. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3,
he's still good.
4, 5, 6. I believe I moved to here. And you're up with 5 hit points.
Right, yeah, sorry.
In the hedges that are probably on fire.
Yeah.
That's true. Are these hedges on fire right now?
That's a good point.
I don't think they catch fire that quickly. They're probably starting to catch fire.
Yeah, they're also pretty green. So
it's like a 5d8 magical fire. So it's not like you lit a campfire.
No, I'm talking about the fact that there's a fire currently at the front of it that looks to be overlapping it because it's 60 feet long.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm pretty sure it would start on fire anyways.
Yeah,
it's like a super magical fire. But I mean, fortunately, I don't think it would spread like down. Not like, because the outside edge doesn't touch the inside edge. Well, that's all the way down here. But
yeah, it's true. It's only burning the outside edges.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it might eventually catch, but it would probably take a while.
Eventually, his whole hedges will be ruined, and we cause some destruction.
Mission accomplished, guys. We did
it. So you can.
His hedges were ruined.
You can 30 feet. You can 30 feet and Eldritch Blast him again.
Yeah, I will.
I mean, you
just.
Sorry.
You don't have to see him to Eldritch Blast him.
No, I know.
I love that about Eldritch Blast. You don't have to see them.
Don't you?
Nope. It just says a target within range.
Yeah.
And I have a 300-foot range.
Well,
you just have to know they exist.
Because spells, yeah, exactly. Spells designate whether or not it's in. You have to see it.
Yeah, but you make a ranged spell attack, and that doesn't any attack require line of sight just inherently if it's an attack roll.
Not if it doesn't specify.
There are other ranged spell attacks that specifically say you have to have line of sight.
You can technically bring Eldritch Blast's range out to like 1,200 feet.
Yeah, you obviously can't you have to know that someone exists to be able to do this. Like you can't just automatically have omniscience about who's there. But if you know someone's around a corner, you can shoot them.
I wanted to build an Eldritch Sniper, but it just sounds stupid.
It does, yeah.
Benny, I believe it's you.
Oh, okay. Then I will go here using my flight and cast Eldritch Blast and have 2 beams.
Go for it.
Hopefully I could just pop shot this.
Ooh, crit.
Nice.
Great. Then I'm gonna also crit the cold damage too. So okay. So
that's a lot of damage.
So that should be a +6. It should just be 6 plus 20, so 26 damage.
Yep.
Nice.
Very good. That's like half of his remaining health. So
nice.
If I had the faith
and then
in
one
myself.
More.
Oh, you're done.
20.
Wow.
So just 7.
Just 7. Yep. Sounds good.
Guys, we can kill him still.
If I had any faith in my ability to roll more than an 8, I would just turn around and try and kill him. But I have 0.
David, no, this is the thing. David, you have to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to do it because how amazing would it be?
I actually might as well, because
you also have reach.
Well, I have to be next to him to sneak attack, but that doesn't matter because
he's gonna hit you and take you down.
Well, let me think. No, because I can bonus action as long as I don't use my second attack. I can bonus action.
As a rogue,
dash.
you can move faster than this dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
true.
In order to catch me, he'd have to dash, and so he wouldn't be able to attack me at the end of it unless he
could cast haste now and then catch you on like the second or third round. But
yeah, right. Yeah.
He also we will also be taking pot shots over those rounds.
Yeah.
I won't because I need to run.
I'm gonna spend 10 feet to run up to him.
Very nice.
Then I'm gonna try and poke him.
Do it.
Roll an 8.
Oh,
13.
you didn't crit fail. I was expecting it.
I didn't.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you didn't hit him.
17 is exactly his armor class, so good job.
Oh my gosh.
So 8 doesn't take him down, but
sneak attack.
Yeah. I got,
oh no.
There's the crit fail.
He's not dead, but you still have your other attack. He's very
but there's 0% chance I'd roll anything decent with that. Oh gosh.
How did you roll? You rolled a 1, a 2, a 2, and a 2.
I know.
For your sneak attack.
I know.
Dave was like, I know.
This is just absolutely insane.
Hey,
it's a miracle. Oh gosh.
He's not dead though.
He also only takes like 4 damage because I can't add.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, on the next turn of I forgot your new character's name again. On Benny's next turn, two more, and it'll be down. Probably, hopefully, please.
I mean, I'm gonna move 30 feet, and he can't. Oops, that was 35. No, yeah, that's right. I think. Yeah.
Well, don't you only have 20 feet left, or how much?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, I don't mean to make it worse for you, but
no, thank you. I forgot.
But can you roguish thingy dash?
No, because I used that to do my second attack. It's a bonus action to do the second.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's fine. Yeah, I didn't really think about the fact that I wouldn't be able to sneak attack on the second one. There really wasn't any reason to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay.
You could have killed him. You just rolled really bad on your sneak attack. Like
yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
He has 7.
After that,
7 hit points left.
There wasn't any reason for me to do the offhand attack. Is what I meant. Because I couldn't sneak attack on it, and
and then you could have dashed with it.
Yeah, so I probably shouldn't have. But it's alright. I already did it.
He's gonna attack you, take you down. We're gonna hit him with something, hopefully.
But I will bet you any amount of money he's gonna crit me and kill me instantly.
26 damage. It takes
Not
you down.
a crit.
I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's actually not interested in killing you. He wants to know who sent you, so he's just gonna move past you.
Yeah, I figured.
Actually, you know what? I think he has 7 hit points left though, and you're in the sky.
Yeah,
what does he do
here?
He only has a bonus at action though. I don't know if there's a whole lot he can do except for Misty Step.
I just had an awesome idea. I just had a fun idea.
You tell now, or are you gonna wait?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what he does first.
Yeah,
because it might not matter.
Right.
Actually, you know what? I don't think he's smarter than this. I think he knows, if you're fine with this, guys, I think he will take the attack back and not kill Damien.
Will he just knock him out?
No, I think he's just going to run. He has 7 hit points left. And Benny is bombing him from the sky. Like
That's true.
If he can't leave.
I can do because of the fire.
The
he can
fire.
Step through
as soon as he no, he can't.
No, he can't. He has to see beyond it.
Oh, you're right.
He's stuck in this maze with this guys.
He is not, because he just plane shifts away.
Dang it!
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's stuck with us.
So I think what we just see, right, is we see him just you attacked him and then ran, right? And then as you run, Damien, he holds out his sword to you and he just says, I will find you, assassin, and I will end you. For now, though, you will run like a scared rat. And then he just blips out of existence. And I assume you guys do so, right? Like, because the island is mobilizing against you, so.
We're running and we just burn down their hedge mage.
Yeah. I assume you guys run back to the ship, yeah?
Yes.
If I was good at stealth, I'd go back.
Uh-huh.
But I'm also really fast.
Oh my god, he has plane ship? That's a 7th level conjuration spell.
He has once a day use of it because he's he has weird psionic abilities, so.
Oh, it's like an inherent thing.
Yeah, it's an inherent thing.
Anyways, we lost at D&D today, guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is kind of why I want to go back, because otherwise we quite literally accomplished.
Yeah, no, that would be fun.
I just don't. It's just really dumb,
guys. We're one. It would be very dumb. 2, it's late.
It's 11 o'clock.
We also started late,
but like we could technically. So this is the thing, right? If Damien goes back, he's not going to be killed. He will become prisoner, right? And if he fails, right? So I'm down with Damien if you just want to be like, make a roll, see if you can get back to him. If you hit him once, he's dead, right?
Oh, is he go back to his own office? He's in another plane, isn't he?
Well, he plane shifted. I see what you're saying. I don't know how long he's going to stay there necessarily, right?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess if he just wanted to find out information.
The whole castle's whole manor's against us right now. True. You said there were more people.
That's true. Right.
Now is the time to live and fight another day.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it'll probably go very well. I don't have good enough stealth for it to like.
Makes sense. All right, so yeah, so you guys book it to the ship. I think the captain of the ship is just like, what happened? Why are you running to me? Running to the ship?
Go.
I think he pauses.
As we get on, we're like saying go.
Yeah. He pauses for a moment and then he says, "You're paying me double." And then we see the ship like the anchor gets pulled up and you guys start.
He probably looks out and sees the fire in the distance.
I want to yell from the boat and tell the goblin that their overseer is 7 HP and that they should go kill him. They're never going to be as weak as you.
Okay, yeah. So we see a horde of like goblin warriors rush towards the dock, right? Like spurred on by the orc butler, and they're all like waiting at the dock. And I think the orc butler at one point is like, "What are you doing? You can swim to that ship. Go climb on it." And the goblins are like, "No, we don't want to do that. That's a terrible idea."
Yeah.
And then Damien, yeah, you can see this and hear this. What do you do?
Like, your master's never going to be as weak as he is right now. He's near death. Just
free yourselves.
Viva la revolution. Yeah, you can make a persuasion check. It's going to be very difficult, but
can we give him advantage if we both of us help?
Sure. Yeah.
Before we do that, can I just like shoot him for the rest of time with Eldritch Blast because it has infinite range?
She can't because he's probably like he might be still in the plane.
No, I mean the orc, the only other person.
Right.
The person telling them not to do it.
The orc butler's just like hiding behind a barrel, just like.
I have sacred. Wait, how far away is he at this guy? I could cast Sacred Flame.
I think it's funny to see a Benny like do Eldritch Blasts, but I don't think we should roll for it or anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't kill him.
Can I get advantage on my?
He has a lot of hit points.
Fine.
Say again, Damien. What?
Can I get advantage on my persuasion then from them helping?
Yes. So Benny is like doing that, and then what is Atlas doing?
You should cast guidance.
I could cast. What?
I assume you're casting guidance. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do guidance. I was like, if I had banishment, I could try that, but I used my flame wall already. Yeah, just guidance.
Okay. All right,
Benny, do you have advantage on actually,
I don't have persuasion.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. You can have advantage, Damien. That's fine.
Yeah, thanks. Technically, she's not using persuasion; she's using Eldritch Blast.
I know, but yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I don't think a 17 is quite good enough.
Well, roll a d4.
Yeah.
Roll a d4.
Yeah.
21.
21. Yeah.
21's pretty good. Okay, so I think what happens is there's going to be enough chaos happening. Like the goblins like turn on the butler and then the butler's running, right? And there's like a whole big thing and they're going to like riot for a little while, but it's going to be shut down again, right? None of them, they won't have the spine to carry through with it, but you've caused enough chaos that your escape is assured, basically.
You rolled a 7 and a 9 on that. You were just like, what is...
I still haven't rolled a 10. I think I rolled 110 this whole session.
What is the highest roll this entire session for you? Because I feel like you have barely.
I feel like you did one good roll.
I hit one attack, and actually I hit the
right at the beginning of the game. Right at the beginning of the game, you rolled well, and then it was downhill.
Right. Let me see.
Good dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. We can move on. I'm gonna look though.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I think we just see you guys sail away, right? And the idea is Damien's like, dang it, we failed. Gonna have to find another tactic. I'm curious, like, I feel like there needs to be slightly more closure to this than just you lost. So I'm trying to think.
Well, that's kind of why I was hoping that goblins could kill him.
I know.
There'd be some progress.
I set the hedges on fire.
It's true.
It's true.
You did cause some chaos.
You certainly did cause some chaos. You did a bunch of damage to the dude.
I still have his keys.
We took his keys.
That is
he didn't
true.
get his keys back. What is that? What were they for? What did they lose access to?
No.
That's fair.
You probably changed the lock, but
I mean, they just bust something open.
I like that idea. This is the last thing we see, right? This is the last shot we see. We see the goblins riot, the orcs, the bigger orc guards have to put them down, and the tiefling slaves and whatever, right? But things are like burned and chaotic and destroyed, and his perfect manor paradise is definitely damaged. And he finally comes back from his like plane shift, right? And he's just like angry and like ordering people around and stuff. And then finally he's like, he goes up to the orc butler and he says, and he's back to normal, right? Like we see the Englishman come back and his magic sword has gone away, and he just says to the butler. He's like very obviously very frustrated. He's chewing him out about what happened. And then he's like, it's fine though. Everything is fine. We beat them. We chased them off. The assassins are gone. And now, let's see. I'm trying to think of what he would say.
Need a drink, and it's his wine cabinet. He can't get it.
No. It's going to be more important than that.
His hair styling is in the cabinet. We've seen how important it was to him.
Yes, I was gonna have it be more serious than that, but I love that as the ending, right? He's just like, I need my hair. My hair is all mussed, and he's like, oh, I lost my keys, and there's like
his hair's all messed up,
and then the butler's just like, don't you have your own keys, master? And he's like, yes, of course. And he looks, and like the goblins have just ransacked everything, so his keys are gone, and he's just like, no.
And maybe the goblins destroyed his shampoo stuff.
Well, no. So yes, either that or whatever. He can't. He doesn't have any more hair product, and so he's grumbling about it. And then he says, "Bring me the wizard I have locked in the basement." And then we cut from there because he's like, "I have to cheat now because I don't have my hair product."
But if he's locked in the basement, can they get him out?
Oh yeah. And the butler just says, and then he's just like, dang it. And then he slams his fist on the table. And we just hard cut. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's great.
Victory. I call that a victory.
I think for future, just so we don't have to come back here.
Yeah.
It might be interesting if some of those keys are for things that matter to the.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I would maybe they're.
That's true. Yeah. If we continue with Damien's stuff, we can have him like figure out what those keys go to, and one of them is like a magical key that goes to something. Yeah, that could be cool for sure.
Yeah, because then we can still move the plot forward.
Yeah.
This has been
fail forward. Gotta fail forward.
This was good. This was the most fun I've ever had doing this so badly.
That's good.
I looked. My best roll was 13, and then a 10, and then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I had 3, 2, 1. I didn't get a 1, but. Yeah, my best roll was a 13.
You got one on a damage roll.
That's true, I did.
Very good, very good. Very fun. Well, thanks for playing, guys. That was a blast.
Like a sitcom.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Oh, man.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with some more RPG goodness, but until then, we're out. Adios.